Hello, y'all. It is Friday. I want to say in chat, it is said that they're missiles. They are rockets. They have little domes on them. People could be in there if if it was that sort of thing. Hello, Blockhead. Hello, Excellency. Hello, Darth Zane in the Twitch. Some people are on the Twitch. Some people are on the YouTube. Same as it always is. Hello, everyone. A lot of people in tonight already, which is nice. Where are the Pikmin? That's funny. Let me check that for you, because you should have some Pikmin. Where are they? Let me grab my mouse. Ooh. That's weird. Let me make sure that software worked correctly. Connections. It should be good. You can see it on screen. Oh, what's wrong with this? Why is there an exclamation mark? Why is there an exclamation mark? No items? No items. What? How the fuck did that get messed up? One second. How about I just throw to a quick break and fix that? We'll be back after break. Okay, looks like the Pikmin are out of commission. Sorry, I've disabled the channel point redemption for now. I'll fix it at some point in the future. Looks like the Pikmin models are missing from the software that lets you throw them at me. I don't know how that happened. If I had to guess, something in the process of setting up the new PC, the new laptop, probably got all screwy. Anyway, that's not important. You're gonna join on Twitch? That's fine. Yes, you can do some stuff over there that you can't do on the YouTube on account of channel points. That is true. All right, let's talk. Let's say things. Let's say hello. Hello, it's Friday. Gonna be a normal stream tonight. We're gonna play some viewer levels. I'm gonna talk, and we're gonna, you know, hang out. That's basically the thing. Snuggy, you're gonna want to put exclamation point add before your code there, and that should get you in there. There you go. You got it. Perfect. We're gonna hang out. I'm gonna play levels, and things are gonna go great. I haven't found time to look at that Japanese character error again, so if someone were to test it again, we'll see what happens, and if it doesn't work, I'll accommodate them. Same as previously. I swear I'll find time to look at that at some point, but didn't this week. It's been a busy week, a long week. Well, that's not true. I had a day off on Monday, but I used it for a day-long stream, so it's been a long week, even if I've only worked 4 days, as far as regular office work goes. You know, day job, all that. How y'all doing? I have, for you, one card before we start. Just want to go over this because we did talk about it last time. That is that the emote update is here. Talked about this last time, that I was looking at adding a bunch of emotes on the Twitch side because there's a bunch more emote slots. Hello, Darth. On the yeah. There's a bunch more emotes on the Twitch side now, and I've added them. There's a bunch of slots. They add like 5 more slots, and I guess even some non-animated slots as well, because I was able to put in, I believe, 7 more? But also one of them was previously non-animated, so there were like 6 new slots and 7 new emotes. Let me show you. Let me show you what they look like, how about? They look like this. I've shown them off before, but there's 7 new ones in there. So, on Tier 1, Brain is now in the Tier 1 space. Used to be on a higher tier that, you know, no one has ever had. So that's nice. People can now use a brain to represent, you know, like Galaxy Brain. That's That's an emote people use on Discord, like a galaxy brain. That's one I've been looking to have on Twitch, and I think it's gonna be very handy for me. I also added the Cranky Kong shrug there. Nice shrug emote, can't go wrong with such a thing. And I think it scales well to the sizes at which you see on Twitch. And other than that, the last 5 animated ones are brand new. Well, the crocodile was previously non-animated, but now it's an animated one. Look at that. Its mouth is moving. There's Angry Knuckles. There's Shame Kazooie. Like, oh, geez. I think that's the emotion that Kazooie has there. There's the SAX from Sonic Metroid Fusion that is going, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, covered in Metroids. Obviously, that's bad. Credit to Zex for ripping the SAX. Credit is appreciated there, so there you go, Zex. And finally, there is the trophy from Glover. Trophy from Glover, which I had to rip myself. No one had, it turned out, ripped the trophy from Glover, and I found out it was a whole hell of a thing when I did so that's fun. Whole bunch of emotes you can see. Tier 1 is pretty goddamn robust. Like, basically, any sort of emotion you can think to convey, I got an emote for it. And, obviously, if y'all were to subscribe on Twitch for money, you'd be able to use all these. And as the streamer, I'm able to use them for free, which is nice for me. One of the things I really like about having all these emotes is that they are dead useful for me myself, watching Twitch and wanting to use some really good emotes. And I think they are just that. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say up top. Just, hey, emotes are here. They're very nice. Let's get into it. Let's get the first level up tonight. The first level is from Excellency. Excellency is good. Let's go ahead and make that bar all nice and full. There we go. And start into this. Folks, we're going into viewer levels now. Let me explain how viewer levels are done properly. Let me explain how we do things here on this channel. If you are here when your level comes up, I give it 15 minutes plus 5 last tries if that's not enough. If you are not here, I still play the level, but I do so in very nearly but not quite sudden death, wherein I only have 2 tries to beat the level, refreshing at checkpoints. You're gonna stay on YouTube. I sometimes find myself watching on YouTube some streams as well. It is a nice thing to watch on YouTube, and I find I get fewer ads on YouTube for channels I am not subscribed to. Depends on the channel and the stream. Whichever way you like, I'll say that. Let's go ahead and do it. This looks pretty doable. Clear rate's not that bad. It's like 1%. Water is good. 15-minute timer and whoa! Puck! Okay. No, puck! This is a little dangerous, but you know, with the clear rate being as low as high relatively as it is, it can't be as hard as it seems at first glance. Once we get it down, I'm sure it'll be doable, almost entirely doable. What's the deal here? Can we get this by just standing here? Feel like we need to be big. Fuck. We need to be big to get that that fella. Well, we're gonna think about it. How y'all been? It's been been a week since the last viewer level stream, as it always is between streams. And a lot has happened. There's been some, you know, some news and shit. As well as, a lot of stuff that, what's the word? I've been up to. That's the word. I've been up to some stuff. I'm sure to talk about it. Well, we can bust out a card now, or we can wait. Let's give this level. Let's just focus in for just a minute, and then we can talk about the Nintendo Direct. How about? Y'all saw that, right? I assume most people did. I belittled myself. That was a bad idea. What are we doing here? We gotta get the red coins. The challenge to get the red coins, that much I understand. Let's a little more analysis before we start talking Nintendo. So I am big, that allows me to get the red coin. So I need to not get hit. Yeah, so I think what we need to do here is we need to get this red coin and then move on from there, go through the door, and from there it'll all work out. Darth did not see the Nintendo Direct. Oh, it's quite good. Quite good. Everyone liked it. Let's talk about that, sure. Did you watch the Nintendo Partner Direct? It was a Partners Direct, this one. There was 2 Xbox games, I believe it was, what was it? Or it was Grounded, and shit, what was the second one? I forget. Oh, Pentiment. Pentiment is really fucking good. There were a couple really good looking indie games, like Arranger, Goo 2 looks pretty good. Pepper Grinder, Ender Magnolia could be okay. Penny's BB Breakout is out. Suika is getting a multiplayer update, and also bunch of Rareware NSO games. I'll say I caught this after the fact. I watched it a little bit. Sort of going through it, quick speed. I'll say I was pretty pleased with this Direct. Turkatron saying none of the announcements really meant that much to you, to Turkatron. But I'll say for my part, I was pretty impressed. You're gonna get to your level, get your Switch to get a level. Fantastic, Blockhead. I was pretty impressed by everything they had there. I thought the indie games all looked really good. If I were to name one in particular, I would say Pepper Grinder. The Pepper Grinder, that game looks really nice. Kind of reminds me of some of the digging mechanic in Ori and the Will of the Wisps. And to me, I really loved Ori, so I think a game that looks like that is pretty goddamn promising. Hey, dumbed, you're gonna have to do !add and then your code if you want that to get into queue. Check the pinned message for details, instructions, and all that. I really like what you've done here with all the... Close enough. I really like what you've done here with all the mice moving around in series. That is, fantastic. Oh my god. Fuck. That is really good. Good work here. So yeah, I thought those indie games all looked really good. Penny's Big Breakout being a day-and-date release, pretty cool. Also, I've not played the Suika game, but I know people have, and updated multiplayer for that. That sounds like a cool thing that people like. I should probably play that at some point, but I kind of feel like I've already missed the boat. Might at some point. I don't know. We'll think about that. Damn it. I feel like the thing that really popped out the most was the Rare games, which is entirely silly, I know, because I have Rare Replay. And in fact, if you're wondering, like, oh, I sometimes do streams of the of N64 Online and such games when they come out. I'll say, man, I already did a stream where I touched on a little bit of every Rare Replay game, and all the games that are out as part of this were in Rare Replay, so yeah, I really don't see the need to do that, but hey, if you don't have Rare Replay, check those games out. Some of them are pretty cool, and definitely worth playing for the price of included with a service that you probably may already have. I know some people aren't so hot on the N64 Online part, the expansion pass, but I really like it. And I'm really always glad to have it, so, you know, check it out, play it, and have fun with those. I'm looking forward to the day when they put Banjo-Tooie on N64 Online. You know, I would probably trade all 5 of those games for Banjo-Tooie right now, but that's fine. They'll get to Banjo-Tooie soon enough, I'm sure. Back on the account, Code Real Zero. Gotcha, Blockhead. Because you have a Twitch account. You threw this together today? Wow. Good work for something you... It's really cohesive for something thrown together. The rate is, you must have given it to some really talented people. Some really talented Mario Maker players, because the clear rate is higher than I would expect, with my experience so far. But, that doesn't matter, it's fine, it's cool. Y'all. I get it. Anyway, I thought it was a solid direct. Obviously, it has nothing that a proper direct would have, like, you know, it doesn't have any Nintendo games other than the Ocean game, which, whatever, I'm not gonna play that. I didn't play the first one, won't play the second one. Whatever. The Ocean game, no interest there, but other than that, a solid direct, and I'll probably play, like, I think I'll play Pepper Grinder. I don't know about World of Goo. I don't know about Goo 2 or Elder Magnolia, but what was the third one? But whatever. A lot of good games, and ones that you see and you go like, oh, that looks really great. Like they did a good job. Hey, we made it past. Ow! Next time. I was watching a stream earlier, which I'll talk about a bit later, I reckon. But one thing that was said was you gotta with hard Mario Maker levels. And this is someone who streamed Mario Maker before I did, saying it. He said that you gotta think about it in terms of progress. If you're making progress, that's good. That's you gotta hang your hat on that. And indeed, I am hanging my hat on that. We're making progress. How about another card? There was another direct that probably people didn't watch, but if you did, that's interesting. There was a Japanese direct. And you probably didn't watch it, but you probably heard that at the Japanese Direct, Mother 3 was announced, and it's on Nintendo Switch Online in Japan. Very sad that the dream is once again dead. Mother 3, one of the best GBA RPGs. Fuck. The best. There's no reason to say one of. It is the best GBA RPG, beloved by all who played it. It will not be on in North America, sadly. So it appears. Gotta watch out for those blowy guys. It will not be on Nintendo Switch Online in the North America, sadly. Despite 20 years of people asking repeatedly for it to come out, I am with everyone. It is one of my favorites. games, especially on the GBA. I love it. I love Mother 3. I remember when I first played it. I played it before there was a fan translation, and goddamn, I was gripped. I couldn't put the damn thing down, and spent my school days, you know, I was in high school at the time. I spent my school days thinking, just goddamn, I want to go home and play that fucking game. And let me say, this was before the fan translation. I was playing it in Japanese with an FAQ open that had all the words on it. All like the translation of every line that I saw. And even through that lens, it was gripping, emotional, riveting, and just wonderful. It didn't even matter that because of the way that I will say emulation was apparently unsolved at the time. It was a little bit stuttery, so the rhythm stuff was kind of lost on me. It didn't work quite right. Even then, I damn enjoyed it. There's also some dolls that came out for Mother 3 in Japan, which I saw people saying that's like salt in the wound, and yeah, they're giving out merch for it. Oh man, they should put that out in America. They've done that for other games that only came out in Japan. There was that one detective novel thing that came out on a Nintendo Switch Online with a new translation. Thank you for the level. QWERTY is much better. Then what? What is it much better than? I agree. I use QWERTY myself. Dvorak, I guess, is the other one that exists. Dvorak. There's probably like another one of those as well. Other layouts. That's like saying it's just a fact. It's just a fact, honestly. Well, it's something we're all used to. I'm sure there's an argument to be made for the alternatives, but I like QWERTY too. I like QWERTY too. I'm used to it. And at the end of the day, isn't that all that matters? I'm going into this area with a mushroom. Unprecedented! Oh, Jesus. Don't pull me up! Hey, we did it. God, imagine if one of these was a trap. That would be, heartbreaking. Good shit, excellency. I quite enjoyed that. For a level that was thrown together, according to you today, I was really impressed with how you used all those mice. And yes, there will be mice talked about later this stream. I have a whole card laid out for that, as I tend to do. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna hit complete. And get up the next level, which is from Turkatron, who just said G's. G as in the letter, apostrophe S, like plural G's. Not G's as in J-E-E-S. Different sorts of G's. Perfect, you're here. Business as usual, let's carry on. I'm gonna do another card, as I do. There's also 2 more Xbox games that are coming to the PlayStation 5. I believe they are... What the fuck were they? Was High Dive... Or, not High Dive, Hi-Fi Rush. Water's good. Was it Sea of Thieves, the other one? I think it was Sea of Thieves, yeah. It's been like 2 days since that news hit, and I did not check before the stream, so... All that to say that, I guess those games are too graphically intense for the Switch, which makes sense. The Switch sort of struggles with games that were on the original Xbox One and the previous generation, PS4 and all that, so it's kind of not a surprise that there are first-party Xbox games that just can't be ported to the Switch. Maybe once there's a new Switch, we'll see those, but, well, interesting stuff. Let's do it. It has a 2% clear rate. That's double the clear rate of the last level. Hell yeah. Alright. Is this a puzzle? Is this a puzzle? This almost makes it look like we gotta jump. If I go through the door, am I gonna die? Maybe. What's with the door? Ah! Okay, we're learning things. The way forward could be any direction. Didn't get me there. If I jump over this pit, what happens? That's a fun contraption. Yeah, there. I think this is the correct way. Through process of elimination, I have concluded this. Hey, Ratchet Toad. Wait. How did jumping turn on the on-off? Oh! Huh? I don't know how... This level has some complicated mechanisms that I don't fully understand, but... What? It seems to be sometimes when I jump, the on-off switch on and off, but not the first time that I jumped. Interesting. This is interesting, yes. Oh, what? Oh, it really looks like you can get your into that blue box. I wonder if that's the solution or what the deal is. I'll say, by the way, if anyone wants to play along, wants to like chime in opinions, what if I run? Just run over that gap. Maybe like a second jump as soon as I'm over there. If anyone wants to give thoughts, speculation, all that, feel free. Feel free. Ooh, this is a hard jump to make. How about another card? I started Penny's Big Breakaway. Speaking of games, what were at the Nintendo Direct, Penny's Big Breakaway, that was shadow dropped, and after that Direct, I picked it up. What the hell? I somehow survived there. So much easier. Go full blast for the coin. Yeah, seems to work. Anyway, got it. It's like an isometric game by the makers of Sonic Mania, as you might know. That by the makers of Sonic Mania, and it is a little bit, I think, reminiscent of a Sonic game in terms of the vibe, in terms of the tone, in terms of like some of the little quirky little mechanisms that you see throughout levels. But it is also not really a game focused around going fast in the same way as a Sonic is. So it's fairly different, I suppose, for what it's worth. But it's good. Been playing, like, got to the third boss fight. So at the end of the third world, basically. And yeah, you run around, you sort of solve problems that are presented to you by, like, NPCs. I'll say that's probably my favorite thing about the game, is the way that NPCs will give you quick little side missions. They'll be like, hey, break up all the barrels. Or, oh, geez, what the fuck do they say? They say, oh yeah, my anniversary is in 2 minutes. Or is in 30 seconds. You gotta run over there and deliver these flowers. And if you do that within 30 seconds, you get, like, credit for one of the side quest things. Which is a fun gimmick. It's a really fun way to have collectibles in each level. As well as having some other collectibles that are pretty good as well. I like to grab all of the I like to get all the stuff. I'll say I am not one that typically cares about score, so I'm not really trying to do good as far as combos go or anything else of the sort. I'm just sort of playing and relaxing and having fun. But there is some sort of elaborate combo system which is a little bit light. Not sure if you heard the ding-dong noise on left by the arrow. What, you mean when I hit the block? Oh, maybe when I hit the block, I need to not die after that, and then I can return to the other side. Ding-dong noises are typically good, you're right. Why do you keep dying in the same way? I wish I knew. Oh, there's a key in there. I didn't see there was a key there. I was hitting the other blocks. Fuck! Progress, that's right. We found new ways to die. It's true. Anyway, I'm going to continue playing Penny's Big Breakout. It's okay. I think it is about as good as an isometric Sonic-style game could be, which is to say, probably like a 4 out of 5 would be my appraisal so far. It's like a 4 out of 5. It's alright, it's pretty good. I think it has a lot of style and a lot of charm. And it plays pretty okay. Alright, let's not die this time in the same way. Remember, there was like a thing blocking us from going up there. Oh, I think I want that. So, wait. What the? Okay. In other news, been playing Marvel Snap, just got back into Infinite. That's right. CP hype? No CP. No CP yet. Been playing Marvel Snap. I talk about it often, and managed to get back into Infinite the other day, which felt really nice after spending the whole season not in Infinite. That tends to be how it goes. Every season, your rank resets, and you gotta... Oh, there is a checkpoint, yes. Oopsie daisy. Could it be? No, we can't jump on that fella, on that fish. It's not how fish work. Oh. I was thinking that's totally an indicator of shell. So, yeah. Anyway, Marvel Snap been going quite well. I've been playing I made a new version of my, the deck that I mentioned I was playing, thank you for the follow, pretty much better. I made a new version of my turn 5 skip deck, which is basically a deck built around Supergiants, skipping turn 5 and doing some bullshit like, Absorbing Man on 5, which reveals at the end of the game because of Supergiant, and then Alley Oath to destroy a bunch of their cards, and then hopefully Absorbing Man copies that effect and destroys the rest of their cards. As you can see, I've rebuilt the rest of the deck to be very focused on winning the early game so that I go into that Supergiant Alley Oath bullshit, or Dr. Doom alternatively, with advantage so that I can win the Alley Oath. So I got a bunch of stuff to cheat a turn, a 4 energy card on 3, such as Rescue or Jessica Jones. And I also have Shauna in case I don't get either of those things, because Shauna puts a lot of points on the board and it makes for good early priority getting if all else fails. Which I was able to make the final ranks up to Infinite using that deck, which was very fun. Very fun to do. What are we doing here? Whoa, that's fast. I gotta... Not sure how we do this. Looks like there's a vine there. Now that I'm an infinite again, as I, you know, have been for the last fucking, like, 8 months or so, I am now just relaxing and not giving as much of a shit as I play, and just, playing the game without worrying so much. Whoa, I killed the fish. See that? I killed the fish. I'm not worrying so much now, which is nice. It's always good for a change. The month is mostly over, though, so I don't get that much time to enjoy the stress-free Marvel Snappery, but happy to have made it, as I am every month. It's a damn good game, Marvel Snap. I really enjoy it, and I really like Supergiant. Supergiant, I think, is a real winner of a card. Honestly, I think that the deck, the potential is there for... I think I have still not yet tapped the potential. Okay, what do we do here? Yeah, it's not here. This is not right. The buzzers are a good indication that you're wrong. Yes, that's telling it how it is. Could not be more clear with the sound effects. I think there's a lot more potential in stuff where you play the 2 turns out in reverse. You know, cards, decks where you play your turn 5 on turn 6 and at the end of the game, and your turn 6... And your turn 6 comes before your turn 5. Like Supergiant allows you to do that. That also disrupts a lot of strategies and lets you do some real bullshit. I feel like the deck could use one more bullshit thing for absorbing mana copy. I do think it's okay sometimes to copy for the thing, damn it, for the thing copied to be absorbing mana copies the previous card played, for those who don't know Marvel Snap. And Alioth destroys unrevealed cards. So those 2 things put together means that you're destroying a lot of cards in 2 lanes, pretty much reliably securing a victory. Well, last time I didn't get onto the vine. Last time I only fell into the muck. Didn't actually try the vine. Now here... That is wrong. That is wrong. There's no way to... There's nothing to do with that. So what's... It's gonna be we have to go into that one-way door area, isn't it? You know what? I need to... There's a rule of thumb in a troll level that probably has steered some people right. In that you can probably just look to do what you're not... That's uncomfortable. Go against your gut feeling. My gut feeling is that this would kill me. What? And instead it's, how the fuck did that work? What the hell was that? Hang on. Let's see an instant replay there. What? Ha! Troll magic. That's... You're correct. Okay, not gonna question it. We have 30 seconds left. There'll be 5 last tries. Why are we at the start of the level? Oh wait, this isn't the actual start. This is a different thing. We gotta jump this now. It's a fake start. Everyone just relax. I bet this is gonna be easy. We have now. Let's call this the last try before last tries, and we'll do this. I bet that goes into the pit. Fuck. Okay. End timer. Last tries. I'll say I'm always happiest in Marvel Snap. Fuck. Yeah, we got 4 more tries left. Don't count us out yet, Turkatron. We got 4 tries left. Fuck. 3 tries left. I'm always happiest in Marvel Snap when I'm playing something new. When I'm making some new bullshit, a new deck, whatever. And, I'm happy to have done that with, this new Supergiant thing. Supergiant's a damn good card. It's not crazy long, but you're not going to beat it in 5 tries, or 2 tries, yeah. I believe you, but we gotta give it our best here. How about we just go through the pipe and not activate the guy? Oh, that's gonna be incorrect, isn't it? Who can say? I'm not super excited about any upcoming cards right now, damn it. And I'm probably not going to go in on the Discord thing. Maybe next season is like Red Hulk. That card looks pretty good. Maybe I'll build a deck around that. I don't know. We'll see. Ah, that was a level. Trying to beat a troll level with the minimum of 5 tries is like trying to eat battery acid. I think you would drink... Do you eat battery acid or do you drink battery acid? You eat a battery. But battery acid? I think that might be liquid. I think that might be a drink. Thank you for the level, Turkatron. We couldn't do it. As you can see, we ran out of tries as well as you can see. Shock Pichu is up next. Shock Pichu, go ahead and confirm. I'm gonna put in the thing that tells people that they're up. Shock Pichu in the Twitch, go ahead and say a thing. I'm gonna do another card. Here's that deck again if you want to have another look at it. Dr. Doom, Alioth, a bunch of cards related to getting priority, and like Jeff and Storm for good measure, I guess. Storm is like to shut down locations. Jeff is to get into shutdown locations. It's kind of a lockdown deck, even though it's kind of not anymore. It's become more of a, I guess it's Supergiant lockdown. That's a type of lockdown. Hey, Shock Pichu. But I'm never playing Storm if I can play Jessica Jones or Rescue. So maybe it's those 2 things first. Hey, Shock Pichu. Good to see you. Confirmed. Confirmed. Wonderful. Here's another card. Been playing Persona 3 Reload. Just got Akihiko. Yeah, so since the stream, I did a stream on Monday where I checked out a bunch of Game Pass games, including Persona 3 Reload for like 4 hours. And I played a bunch more of it since that stream. Basically, tried to play a little bit every night. And succeeded, I'll say. Probably played a little bit more than a little bit in many cases across many nights. Turns out Persona games, they're really easy to play a lot of. Stratospheric Shell Surfing. Okay, let's go. No idea how hard or easy this is going to be. It has a 0% clear rate, but only 2 people have tried. Let's go. I'll say, playing Persona 3 again, it is clear that it's not quite as Persona 5-ified than I perhaps hoped. Like, to be honest, the gameplay is pretty... Other than one system, the shifting system... How did I get that hat on? funny. Other than shifting, which is a mechanic out of Persona 5, where you can, after getting after hitting an enemy with a special, you know, after hitting an enemy with their weakness, you can, like, pass your turn on to another party member, which is pretty damn useful. But other than that, it's pretty much just how Persona 3 was originally, which means that it's pretty straightforward. The moves are what they are. Enemies can be a little tough and unforgiving. There's some stuff in there that is a little unfortunate. The dungeon is mostly just going through proc-gen rooms and fighting dudes. And then eventually you get to the top and you say, okay, we're done for this month. Come back next month. And you go, oh, okay, that's fine then. But I am looking forward for the story to start to take off. Another thing I'll say, I guess, is that Persona 3 really does take a while before the story really gets hot and heavy. And I remember the story getting fan-fucking-tastic by the end, and I will maintain that Persona 3 has the best ending in the series. But boy howdy does it take a while to get started, and I am playing this thing and like, you know, maybe Persona 5 is the best written game overall. And Persona 3 is just the best ending, specifically, because Persona 3 pops off. It has interesting characters from the first dungeon, from the first time there's gameplay, and they do good shit with everything that they have. And also, you know, there's systems from Persona 5 I miss, just because they're not in this one. Like, what's a good example of that? Are they're games you have played, they were popular, but you felt it wasn't getting with you. Oh sure, oh sure. Yeah, I bounced off Elden Ring. I bought that and then realized I had no idea what I was doing, and then returned it really quickly. It's possible I would have gotten it if I had spent more time to understand it, but I really wasn't in a thinking mood. I don't know what's up with this fucking wall jump. Why isn't it working? That's probably, like, the most popular game that I bounced off of hardcore. It's possible if someone were to explain to me how I need to approach that game and helped with some of the scary words and numbers and such, it would be more doable. Jesus. Fuck. Anyway, Persona 3, I'm really enjoying it. I'm getting there. I'll say I've gotten to a boss that's already a little bit too challenging. Like, I died because the boss lowered my defense and then hit everyone with a AoE attack that killed everyone instantly. And I'm just sitting there going like, wait, so even after the first fucking... even in month 2, I have to grind? Which to me is just... yeah, that's probably my least favorite thing about my memory of 3. That I had to grind and shit to get through. Versus Persona 5, which I played recently, and, you know, it's mostly fine throughout. Without any major effort. Without any, like, just wandering around killing monsters or whatever. Wow. Whatever, go figure. Little bit rough, that, but... and I'll also say of Persona 3. Some of the social links aren't quite as hot as they are in later games. You know, you really get the impression that they didn't figure out what the social links should be. As a result, there are, like, no social links for your male party members, which is weird. Instead, you get like, oh, here's a social link with a boring dude who is a classmate of yours. Why isn't that just a Junpei social link? Shit. There really should have been a Junpei social link. Damn it. There also really should have been a Akihiko social link because, yeah, he's really cool and you don't really get to hang out with him much. I'll say they did add little hangout scenes where you can hang out with your crew, but that game is a game where you are constantly working against the clock, and to spend a day hanging out with someone who doesn't have any sort of progress, no sort of like progress tied to them, that's a big ask. That's a big ask. You couldn't get into Ocarina of Time? Wow. To be fair, Ocarina of Time, I think, is, like, not the most polished Zelda adventure. I do think it has things about it that are a little bit rough and, for, like, a first-timer, hard to get the head around. But I do think it's a damn good game. You gave up at the exact same spot after trying it again after 20 years? What spot? Was it one of the earlier dungeons? I'm gonna guess Jabu Jabu. I'm gonna guess Jabu Jabu. Maybe I should have guessed the mines. The Goron dungeon. That's also one that I could see people giving up on. The Forest Temple. Okay, so you got, like, most of the way through. I'll say there is, like, a difficulty spike, and I do think Ocarina of Time is harder than people think it is. It's a harder game than, say, Wind Waker. Oh, crap. If we get the Shelmet, we can't go under the saws, so we can't cheese it in that way. Hello, Kriegi. I reckon I will continue on Persona 3, reload, go to the end. I want to finish it. I've only gotten really deep into Persona 3 before, though I have watched a Let's Play of the ending, so I know how it ends. I just never experienced it myself. So I want to do that. I'm gonna try to set aside time every day to make that happen, though I should probably try to be reasonable with it. You know, what is it, the thing that Persona 5 always repeats? Take your time. That is just a good way to approach Persona games. Just relax and go with the flow and enjoy hanging out in Tokyo. I'll say, also, Persona 3, it's kind of a shame that some of the improvements from Persona 3 Portable weren't pulled in. I do think Persona 3 Portable does a great job in addressing issues that the original had on account of being the first Persona game that really was this sort of game. It added social links, it added a bunch of quality of life stuff. That said, you know, if anyone's saying like, oh yeah, you can always go play Portable, even though that the new one is out, I'll say Portable is not 3D, and you don't get to see the 3D Tokyo environments, and I do think a big part of the reason why Persona is so cool is hanging out in the physical spaces and seeing like, oh yeah, this feels so much like hanging out in Japan. And if it's just a picture on a menu, it's just not as good. Sadly. Oh man. Can we do this? Was Persona 3 on PlayStation 2 or 3? It was on PlayStation 2. Yeah, PlayStation 2, then PlayStation Portable, and then it was ported to modern systems relatively recently. I think it might have been on Steam also at some point before everything came to like Xbox and shit. So yeah, Persona 3 was not on PlayStation 3. Hell, Persona 4, which was during the reign of PlayStation 3, was during that era. It was on PlayStation 2 rather than PlayStation 3. I think Fez might have been available on PlayStation 3. I think I bought it on PlayStation Network because that was the only one that was available to me since I didn't own a PlayStation 2, so I couldn't play PlayStation, or I could play Persona 4 or Persona 4 until it came out on PlayStation Vita when I happened to have a PlayStation Vita, which probably was not a good purchase. I feel like I played like 3 games on there. And 2 of them were Persona. Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden, which I got most of the way through per Portable, and then because I didn't finish it, I didn't end up going into Golden. I wonder if they'll ever remake Persona 4, or if Golden is good enough in their books. Maybe it is. Hey, Lord Bowser, good to see ya. Long time no see. Yeah, it's been a minute. We wish you got a Vita when it was cheap. There's some great games. It's the best third-party handheld system. Your third best handheld system. Oh, wait, you got it when it was expensive then? Okay. What, is it expensive now? It's news to me. I have an old Vita. It's in a cupboard. It's in a drawer somewhere. Thank you for the level, Lord Bowser. What happens if you ground pound on one of the shells? Does it destroy it? I'm guessing yes. Anyway, Persona. Been playing that. We'll continue to. And expect updates. So far, I'll say I've had like one end-of-month thing. End-of-month event. Which was pretty fun. And it had some really fucking cool-ass music, which is one of the reasons why Persona is so beloved, I think. You know, you could spend hours in that game, in that series, because in the games of that series, because the music is just so damn good. It's just so damn good that it's very easy to just sink right in and vibe out to you know, all the good shit. And the lyrics of the Persona 3 soundtrack were memes before memes existed. Because they're all nonsense English, and you can barely make them out and understand what they're saying, and it's cool. It's a cool combination of syllables and words. It used to be $20 a game, now it's twice as much to get Vita games. What games are there on the Vita? There's like Loco Roco. I guess I had a few. Tearaway. I had a few, but tell you the truth, I did thoroughly regret. I say thoroughly. I mildly regretted my purchase later on when it really didn't go the distance. I guess I'll say I got it when I was an adult and well able to afford a Vita. You know? Like, yeah, it's fine, I'll try a Vita. If I had gotten it when I was a kid, when money was, hard to come by, and not, readily accessible, then yeah, I would feel really burned by, the Vita. But instead, I just feel mildly indifferent. Mildly indifferent. Timing here is really difficult to get down. Timer is up. Hey, look at that. Let's do 5 last tries. Time flies when you're talking about the Vita and the Persona. I'm hoping that story in Persona 5 takes off soon. there was a lot of just hanging out with the social links that I have, like the Gourmet King, the semi-horny classmates, the old people, the old couple, the kid, met the kid, I met the Frenchman. I met a bunch of people so far, and some of them are okay. But I do think that that social links get better as the series goes, I would say. They get an idea more like what constitutes a good one. And as they do get that idea, you know, the proof is in the pudding. Gravity Rush, Tearaway, Uncharted, Dragon's Crown, Persona 4. Yes, I said that one. Yeah, yep. Odin's Spear, and YS8. I didn't miss one, did I? If I ever forget to do a life, tell me. Because I can sometimes be caught up in my conversation and lose track. I don't know why half the time the wall just fails me. That's weird. I have to figure out in Persona 3 how to get past the boss that I'm fighting. And once I do, you know, I'm on to the next big event, and probably the next party member before I have to do another stretch of dungeon. I'll say, dungeon time is great for putting on a podcast and listening to it. It's a great podcast game time of playing that game. But you do go through long stretches of podcast listening time, you know, dungeons, and story time, where the story is moving so fast, you really don't have time to listen to a podcast. Hello, Terry is back for more streams. Hello, how you doing? Did I pop a life? I'm gonna assume I did. It'd be nice. One more try. One more try. I feel like I'm miscounting, but it's fine. I'm probably not. I'm probably good. We're gonna get it this time. Okay, okay. We're all good. We're all happy now. Get in the red pipe, you need to grab the shell. Grab the shell? I thought you had to ride on the shell or just jump off at just the right time. How do you grab that shell? Grab the shell and do a Oh, that's just Simo speculating. That's not Shock Pichu. Simo probably doesn't know specifically how we'd have to do it. Thank you for the level, Shock Pichu. We weren't able to do it. I'll say, by the way, 7:45 for the lightning round. 7:45 for the lightning round tonight. Let me go ahead and dismiss that. I lost. Squink. Squink, you are up. Squink, go ahead and confirm. Hit next so that Squink can see. Oh, Squink did it, emotes. Wonderful. Wonderful. Get that down then. Here's another card. Thinking about Balatro. A lot of folks are talking about it. Balatro is apparently some roguelike, poker roguelike, where you deck build and build out a poker deck or some shit. I really don't understand from how people are describing it online. And I tried to watch like a little bit of it, and I really didn't get it. But maybe I should find like a video that is just starting it up and see if seeing the start of that game helps to explain to me how that works and why that's cool. Simos thought it was an Italian meal. No, it's a poker roguelike deck builder. People say it's really goddamn addictive, and well, you know, I'm always one to check out the games that are hot, the games people are talking about, and I am thinking about it. Between Persona and Penny and other things on my docket right now, I don't know if I have time to check it out just right now, but definitely on my mind. And something I'm thinking about. Want another card. This looks like a hard level. Gonna need to do some Super Mario Maker 1 stuff before it's gone. Interesting that the timer doesn't... I thought the timer was determining when the thing opened, but it's just some sound. Oh, this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so this is a music level. Okay, gotcha. So, Mario Maker 1 is going off line, apparently April 8th. So we're gonna need to do something of a stream for that at some point. Possibly some Mario Maker 1 viewer levels to ring the damn thing out. Now, I'll say for my part, during the days of Mario Maker 1, I was not anywhere close to streaming. I only started streaming like 2 years ago. But I did play a lot of Mario Maker 1. I made a lot of Mario Maker 1. And I quite enjoyed Mario Maker 1. And I think it's, well, honestly, I don't know how many of y'all also started with Mario Maker 1. Or how many of y'all even had Wii U's. But I quite enjoyed Mario Maker 1, and I want to ring it out properly. Definitely will be doing something. As much as I'd like to say, let's do it the day before it goes offline. Let's do it the day before it goes offline. As much as I'd like to say that, I'm moving the weekend that it goes offline. So, there won't be a stream for a bit. I gotta set everything up. I gotta get curtains. I gotta move furniture. It's gonna be a whole ordeal. And I'm not gonna be online on, the day the servers go offline. Nope. Nope. I could hear the music for a second there. It sounded pretty good. I'm thinking, right now, maybe we're gonna need, like, some sort of big last stream for this apartment. Some sort of something to ring out the apartment at the end of April, or at the start of April. And yeah, you heard there was a server issues connecting to the game? Huh. I saw someone streaming Mario Maker 1 today, and I watched a good amount of it. I'll say, shout out to Giant Bomb. They were a big part of my Mario Maker fandom early on, in that Giant Bomb, Dan Reichert, who I've talked about a lot before, Dan Reichert used to make really, really evil Mario Maker levels that were just fucked up, shitty puzzles that he would have his coworker, Patrick Klepek at the time, try to... his coworker at the time, he's no longer at Giant Bomb, Patrick Klepek isn't. And Dan is, but he was at somewhere else for a while. And we're making progress. They did a stream today where they played a bunch of the levels that Dan made back in the day, and talked about all that bullshit. Them going back and forth, and Dan trying to make a level that Patrick could not beat, which I always thought was a very fun thing to watch. And Dan came up with some evil bullshit that, to this day, I don't know how Patrick figured out. Like, oh yeah, you need to get a Goomba from there's a Goomba, a throwable Goomba somewhere in the level. Yeah, get a bomb to that, blow it up, take the Goomba, and make sure to throw it up in the air every 10 seconds, because you can't let it, you know, pop out of your hand and kill you. But keep on throwing it and take it somewhere else so that you can get a P-switch, and then with that P-switch, get into a door, and after going through the door, you'll get a POW, and the POW will take you there, and some fucked up bullshit that's was amazing to behold, and I think very fun to see that whole feud play out. I'll tell you, I've always been a traditional maker. I did at one point, though, inspired by Dan, I made a brutally unfair level. Hello, Boober. I made a puzzle level that was evil level, and basically hit it was just like a bunch of really, really hard fucked up bullshit, and also a lot of it was a red herring, meaning that if you went through it, you wouldn't be able to finish it going through that way if you did a bunch of really, really, really hard stuff and got really good at it. You'd find yourself at the end without a spring, and what you need to do actually was do some counterintuitive bullshit to sneak a item forward in the chain and go from there. I thought that level, if Patrick Klepek were to play it, would be Patrick Klepek proof. And I don't know if he would be able to figure it out, but I guess we'll never know. I think some people eventually did, but I feel like I had to give hints because it turns out really, really hard evil levels are a lot less popular than traditional fare, the kind I usually make. So it was not a popular level, and I realized that I learned that making hard, brutal asshole levels is only something that you really can get really popular with if you have, say, an existing fandom, an existing base. You have to be internet famous for that to work out, and I was not at the time. I was just a dude. Hello, CTCB. How's it going? Hello, Terry is back for more streams. How you doing? Hope y'all are doing all right tonight. So yeah, we'll do some sort of viewer level for that, viewer level stream. I hope y'all have Mario Maker 1 codes and would like to see me play them. And trust me, I'll play some of my own as well at some point in that stream. I'm plugged in. It's saying low battery, but I'm plugged into the couch, am I not? Hang on one second, let me just check real fast. Let me just check the plug. Unplugging and replugging the USB thing in my chair. It should be plugged in. That's weird. Where's my phone? Is my phone getting power from the... Yeah, my phone is getting power from the couch. That's weird. One second. Let me just, grab a battery. Sorry about the time. I'll... Okay. Weird. Anyway, Mario Maker 1. Is this working? Okay, this is working. Good. Okay, whatever. Go figure. Mario Maker 1, very important. Looking forward to anything y'all can put together for me over there. I say put together. If y'all have levels that you'd like to show me, I'd love to see them over in Mario Maker 1. And I'm thinking I'm thinking that'll be the last stream in this apartment. I'm thinking like a week before they go off. So maybe like the Sunday. Maybe like the Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday before I move. I'm gonna figure that out. That is like, 2 months away, so it's like a month and a half from now, so you don't have to mark your schedules yet. Don't be absurd. It's still a ways away, but definitely something I have not forgotten about. Definitely something I have not forgotten about. Think long and hard what your favorite Mario Maker 1 stages were. What y'all want to show me. I'm thinking right now there'll just be one of those. One stream of that. We're not going to do something ridiculous like, I don't know, a whole month of Mario Maker 1. Imagine that. That'd be a thing. We could do. We could have, like, oh, instead of Mario Maker 2 viewer levels on Fridays, we could do Mario Maker 1 for, like, 3 weeks. Until they go off the air. Nah. This game is, more robust. And I think generally better to play. There's just no getting around that, I think. Here's another card related to that. Does anyone use a stylus or the touchscreen to Mario Make? This is something I was wondering about because I was, like I said, watching a stream of these guys talk about Mario Maker and Mario Maker 2 and all that, and they were talking about, like, oh yeah, about how one thing they could never get used to, they could never get past with Mario Maker 2, is that the touchscreen option was a lot more awkward because it didn't have the gamepad anymore, and you had to buy a stylus if you wanted to use a stylus. And, that was something that they struggled with, and probably a lot of people did, coming out of Mario Maker, if they came out of Mario Maker 1 on the Wii U, which, honestly, was a console that was perfect for Mario Maker. And I'll also say, the Wii U, better than the Vita, by like a country mile. Tons and tons of games. Wonderful platform. But it was ideal for Mario Maker insofar as you could make on the touchscreen, see the levels being put together on the television screen, and it was smooth in a way that unfortunately the Switch cannot reproduce, and it's the one thing the Switch cannot do as well as the Wii U can. But I do find personally that I have gotten used to using the controller to make, and I did so like 5 years ago, so honestly, the stylus that I bought for the Switch has not been used in like 5 years. I used it at first, tried to make use of it, and tried to, to make that how I did, but it just wasn't as good as just using a controller and not having to switch between like not having to switch controls between making and playing a level. I feel was a big part of that. Ooh, we're making progress. What is this? What is this? Drop probably. Big part of the game, I felt like, was big part of the appeal of Mario Maker. Let's back up and take a different stroke at it. I will say I did find that stylus to be useful when making Smash Brothers stages. For that, it was really damn useful. For Mario Maker, it just didn't feel right compared to the controller controls, and I am wondering, for folks who are out there, do y'all use a stylus? Do y'all use, just your finger to make? Or are you like me? Have you just accustomed to using the buttons and not even remembering the days where things were done on the tablet, on the old Wii U touchpad? I'm curious. If anyone has an answer, I would love to hear it. Either way, either way. I have a lot of memories of, like, making whenever I had time. In particular, at the time I was really into Heroes of the Storm, so between, like, matches of that, and while I was in queue or otherwise, 5 tries left, by the way. While I was in queue or otherwise, I would, while I was in queue or otherwise, I would, Mario Make. I would work on my Mario Maker level, then the game would start and play it for 20 minutes. Then while in queue, while drafting a team, etc., I would go back to my tablet, my Wii U, and do some making. Those are good times. Both those games are dead now. Admittedly, Mario Maker was replaced by a game that, in fairness, is still up, and I hope continues to be still up. God damn. I really hope that this doesn't ever go down, and these levels are never lost. The Switch was goddamn successful, and it would be a crime if the Switch eShop were taken down, I think. I think that'd be a damn crime. Hey, we ran out of lives. What do you know? I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say. What the fuck is my... Whoopsie. I did something. Sorry. Squink. Let me see now. I accidentally, I think, dismissed. I hope I didn't ban it. We'll see what happens. If you have trouble... Oh, I could just check to see... Nope, I didn't put you in banned. Okay, good. I just figured it on the whole thing. Next up is Snuggy. Next up is Snuggy. That's a good name, Snuggy. I like that name. I think Snuggy might be on the YouTube side? I believe that is a name that is short, which would make sense for the YouTube, where you can have names that are short. Snuggy, you are up. Really, do y'all use touch controls? I am very curious. Do y'all use touch controls, controller controls for making? How do y'all do it? I should probably ask in the Discord. That's what I should do. In the workshop section. That's a great place for this question. Hey, Gunther Weeds. How you doing? Thank you for the raid. Hell yeah. Let me give you a shout out. Thank you for the raid. What were you up to tonight, Gunther? Let's shout out Gunther Weeds. And let me give you the other sort of shout outs. Gunther Weeds. Oh, Mario Brothers, New Super Mario Brothers Wii. That's a game. That's nice. First time Raider chat. First time Raider chat. So first time Raider. Gotcha. That's what Twitch is trying to say here. Not like first time. I believe I am following you, yeah? Good. Okay. I'm doing all right. We are doing viewer levels, Mario Maker. Snuggy, if you would, please speak up. Again, Snuggy. Snuggy. If Snuggy is not here, it'll be sudden death, as that's how we do things. That's how it works. I was just asking the chat if they made using controller controls or with the touchscreen, because I have used controller controls for the last 5 years, and I've super entirely acclimated to it, and at this point, I cannot imagine even bothering with the touch controls. They're simply not as good, I think. You haven't tried Maker yet? Well, if anyone else has an answer to that, I am all ears, and exceedingly curious. If anyone is watching this VOD later, comments down if you like. Which one are you doing? I'm curious. Really. I am curious if, like, the greater community is with me as far as just moving on from the touch controls, or if I'm the only one over here on Controller Control Island, and maybe I'm all alone. Let's go. I don't see Snuggy here, so, but I think I've given Snuggy plenty of time to speak up. It'll be sudden death. Snuggy, if you are here, do speak up, and I will set a timer. Thank you for the level excellency. By the way, if you're wondering, if you're confused, if you don't see someone who is chatting, just know that there is a both a Twitch side and a YouTube side, and both sides are valid, so there you go. This is a simple level, just jump and do the thing. I think that the sudden death will be perfectly fine for this. Also, it is nice to get a level where I don't think I'm gonna die. This is, very reasonable. I am very happy about that, Snuggy. We've had a hard run of it tonight, I'll say. Gotta repeat this 3 times. Oh, well, more than that even. Because we gotta wait for the opportunity. I'm gonna let a couple of them fizzle out before letting one through. There we go. And there we have it. Thank you for the level, Snuggy. That was quite nice. That was a very nice level that you made. You are welcome. There was a thanks in there. You probably saw it. Ooh. Hitting complete on that. Darth Zane, you are up. Darth Zane. Please go ahead and confirm, and we'll play your level with the full 15 minutes. I do believe we are coming up on the lightning round, which will start around about 10 minutes from now, depending on, there's Zane, depending on when that all works out. But yeah, let's do another card while I am doing this. If the console generation is almost over, which by all accounts it seems to be, was it a good one? This is something I've been thinking about since I saw a donkey video about the PlayStation 5 after it was announced that it's in its tail end, and just how much nothing has really happened on the PlayStation 5, nor the Series X. They've been kind of slow going, and now they come and tell us, like, hey, they're almost over. What the hell? I feel like there's been like 5 games per console, if that. Just not good. I definitely feel like in an era where console, like the difference between one console and the next is becoming more marginal, I would like to spend more time with each generation now, honestly, and it's a real bummer to know that, like, oh yeah, it's ending, and what did we get in this generation? Well, like 1.5 Spider-Man games. There was a there was one of those God of War games. It was pretty okay. There was a Halo game that people were pretty mixed on. It looked pretty nice, I'll say. You never even got the PlayStation 5. Damn. Yeah, a lot of people just couldn't get one, or otherwise were probably waiting for the 1.5 release, you know, like the 5.5, the half-gen, the Pro. And that just hasn't come yet, I don't think. Has it? It's kind of fucked up. And I will say this. I think that we should be going towards console generations not mattering anymore, and more just being a thing that you release so that people who want one can get one and have it be, like, relatively new, right? Like, they should be able to say, like, yeah, Series X will run everything that a Series X2 will, but just slightly worse. So don't worry, just go ahead and you don't need to get the new one. But it sounds like, you know, the word out from Microsoft right now... Oops, I forgot to set a timer. That's fine. That does not look that hard. The word out from Microsoft right now is that, oh, this next generation is going to be the biggest generation ever. The biggest generational jump ever. Which you hear and you go, come on. That's not true. The N64, that was a huge generational jump. 360, GameCube, those were huge generational jumps. You can't replicate that in the modern day. It's just not possible. Things haven't gotten that much better in the last 5 years relative to literal 3D being literally introduced. Or going from SD to HD. Or going from, you know, shitty half-done polygons to you can see Mario's jeans. Which was what the GameCube jump was. I'm always coming back to those Mario jeans. Those Smash Brothers Melee jeans that you saw. You know, when you saw Mario's jeans and they had denim. That was exciting. I like what you've done here with the Bullet Bills opening and closing paths. That's a really nice use of the rising and falling water. So, I guess I don't know, man. If they were to tell me right now, like, oh no, it's gonna be like iPhones from here on out, it's just gonna be this year's Xbox, I would say, yeah, that sounds fine, actually. And maybe a big jump every 10 years. But it sounds like what they want to do is continue doing the thing, and I would bet this is true for both Sony and Microsoft, which just comes off to me as... just... look. With generations like this, they're only okay if it's just like an optional thing that you can get, and you'll be fine with a Series X or a PlayStation 5 for the next 5 years. For the next 10 years, maybe, even. Otherwise, I feel a little bit hosed myself, and I bet other people do too. A little bit taken for a ride. So on. I'm gonna continue forward. Okay, it looks like there's a door. I would say that this generation, probably one of the worst ones. I will note, for the record, I do consider the Switch to be somewhere in between this generation and the last generation. And if the Switch were to be included, I would probably demur? I would probably say that, like, okay, well, if we're counting the Switch, it was a good generation because the Switch is awesome. The Switch is one of the best consoles in ages, and if next generation everyone is basically just doing their own version of the Switch, I would say, first off, I'd say, it doesn't feel good to get in on the Switch's business. You know, that's, you're horning in on the Switch there. I kind of like everyone to just not do that because I like Nintendo Switch so much. But also it makes sense. Why not make everything smaller if you can? Why not make everything handheld if it's comparable? I hope they're going in that direction. And I hope they can basically make something that's stronger than a Series X or a PlayStation 5 and make it Switch-sized. And I hope they can do it relatively soon. Thank you for the level, Dark Zane. And I'll say, by the way, Dark Zane, sorry. I'll say, by the way, anyone can always feel free to submit more levels after they have been hit up. Though I will note that, of course, you'll have to wait until you come back around in the queue. Dumbed. Dumbed, you are up. Dumbed, go ahead and confirm. And I do believe this is going to be the last before the lightning round. The lightning round is starting soon. Naturally, Nook in sunglasses. I believe that emote is. Oh, it's just a cat in sunglasses. It's not a Nook. Very nice. Let's go ahead and punch this in. I'm going to do another card. As I do. New laptop continues to be nice. The Asus ZenBook Duo 2024. That's right. I've been talking about this a bit recently. This stream, last stream, all that. And it's been quite nice. If you don't know what it is a very nice laptop. Just came out. Just got mine recently. And it has a very good, a very interesting feature. It is, on the face of it, a very regular, normal laptop that can be used as such. Great keyboard, beautiful screen, 3K, Intel Ultra 9 processor in there, which is like an i9, but it's a new name for it, basically. It's fully spec'd out and really nice, but also, thing is, that keyboard comes off, and when it does, it looks something like this. It's a Bluetooth keyboard, and you can prop it off on a little kickstand that it has attached to the back of it, and you just get like 2 screens, and it's really nice. The second screen that's high up is at perfect eye level, it turns out, when you're sitting, so it's actually a really nice place for a monitor to be. And the second screen is dead handy if you want to like look at stuff and have multiple things going on, which I do. I'll say I've had some difficulties using it for office use. There seems to be some sort of bug with like Citrix, which has made it hard to use in the thing, but I did figure out that I can just use the web version of Citrix and that works fine. So I'll be doing that going forward whenever I use it. You can see there, by the way, it's kind of hard to make out, but I'm using a background of the brambles from Screech's Sprint. I used the background from that and just used that as a background because I thought it was nice. I like Bramble levels are really good. DKC2 is my favorite thing, and it's subtle enough that I can use it as a background at the office, and no one's going to, notice that it comes from a game about cartoon gorillas. No one's gonna pick up on that unless they know, in which case they're probably pretty cool. I'm enjoying that I have it. It's gonna be really useful whenever I travel, and I think it's gonna be nice to use at the office when I go into a meeting room or when I go into a thing. That's right, Blockhead. It's true. We've been having some really busy nights. I don't see dumb, so let's just do sudden death. What is this? What is this? Oh, this is... It's a speedrun level. Is it, It's not a tight timer. It's not a tight timer. But maybe it's intuitive. It's not bad. Dumb, do you have, a minute to confirm? A minute to confirm. So yeah, laptop's been really nice. I've been really happy with it. There's been some odd stuff with it. Stuff that hasn't quite working quite right, but I still think it's dead handy, and I do 100% think that any issues that it has kind of come down to Windows being weird, or me setting up something weird in Windows because I think I'm smarter than Windows. I basically replaced a bunch of app data folders with symlinks to Google Drive versions of those folders on my regular PC, and that seems to work like half the time. I have like a program that lets me do sticky notes on the desktop, and I tried doing a thing where I just use that app data on 2 machines, but it turns out when you use it on 2 machines, it doesn't work right. So that ended up, I had to reverse that, and I'll have to figure out a way to sync notes between those 2 machines, and maybe use a different application, because this one doesn't seem to actually do that out of the box in a way that makes sense. But it's good. Here's another thing. Well, we'll do it later. We'll do it in a bit. I don't see dumb, so let's go ahead and carry on. Thank you for the level, dumbed. Feel free to resubmit if you are here. QWERTY is up next. QWERTY, go ahead and confirm. And also, y'all, it is time for the lightning round. During the lightning round, I am going to have 5 tries to beat each level that comes my way, refreshing at checkpoints, 7 for Twitch subscribers. That basically means they pay money. That's a premium thing, you see. And for the first level of the night, those get 7 tries. Twitch subscribers and the first level of the night, the first viewer who is here. And those 7 lives come in the form of extra heads that you can see come in a variety of Mario forms and some non-Mario ones that are more rare. Let's just randomize that. Hey, Cam the Man. It's good to see you. Whoever is going to be up first here is gonna get Yoshi. Is that going to be QWERTY is much better? I'm not sure. I'm going to enter in a code and say something. You gotta go in 30 minutes. Well, let's see. You might be you're like 3 away. You're like 3 away, Samos. So hopefully we'll get there in 30 minutes. This is the lightning round. Things are gonna move faster. Here's one more card. I bought a bunch of mice to try out with my laptop. I'm returning most of them though. So last time I said that I was looking for a mouse that was like this but gray, but then I realized after using it a little bit practically, it turns out when you're using both the laptop and the PC at once, and you have 2 mice that are identical by touch, it turns out that's really confusing. So I actually wanted to get a mouse that was completely different, so I could not possibly confuse it with this one that I use for my computer. So I did a little looking on Amazon to find a bunch, and I happened onto the Microsoft Surface and sort of took a liking to that, but then found out it didn't do like right click and left click right, so ended up sort of backing away from that and finding some that were like similar but not quite. In one way, there seems to be like a whole very small category of mice out there, and this is what I sort of focused a lot of my looking at, of compact mice that sort of shapeshift in some way, mostly by twisting. Here's like a lineup of them, where you can see there's a Lenovo one, a Dell one, a third-party one, and a Logitech Pebble just for taste. And by the way, I'll say this is not gonna be a super long mouse tangent. This is gonna be a regular-sized mouse tangent. It's gonna be, we're gonna get through this, don't worry. But basically, I tried all these things out. They shapeshift like this, mostly by twisting, though one of them slides, the top slides off. And I was kind of disappointed by the Dell and the third-party one, insofar as like, yeah, their transformation is fine, though, you know, if you look at the Dell when it's all folded up, it looks goofy because it's like a S-shaped thing. You had a compact mice before, one from Microsoft. Nice. But the thing is, the middle click does not have a middle click, so you can't use the middle mouse button for clicking on, which I think just means it's dead on arrival for me. So those 2 had to go. I'll say that the Lenovo one, I actually really like. I really like the Lenovo one, and I think I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to have that be my laptop mouse. That's the one that's the lowest of the 4 here, and you can see there it sort of swaps from being completely flat to being sort of awkwardly tent-like, but it kind of feels good. It kind of feels good on the hand, honestly. The only problem with it is that it doesn't turn off when you like shapeshift it into flat mode. Instead, it just becomes a laser pointer, which I don't think is as useful. And also, it stays connected to the laptop, so the trackpad does not reactivate until you literally flip a tiny switch. But I guess that's honestly, it's kind of fine. And it's better than, I think it's still one of the best solutions because it's so easy to carry around, even in a pocket of a backpack. And I do think I'll stick with it. But just, if I were to review it, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5. Oh, and the Pebble is like a 3 out of 5. It's like a regular mouse, but it's very slightly smaller and very and moderately less ergonomical. So I just don't think it's that good for like compactness. It just doesn't go far enough in either way. It's kind of like a worst of both worlds, I would describe it as, and you should only get it if you are not discerning about what kind of mouse you use. I'll say with the Lenovo mouse, I took my laptop to like the tech support at my company, and when I pulled out the laptop, which looks like this before you take off the screen, she looked at the mouse and said like, "Oh my god, I've never seen a mouse like that." And I said like, "Oh, you haven't seen nothing yet." And then I did this. I popped off the screen and propped it up, and they were very impressed. The tech people at my company. They're like, "What? My word! What the hell? This is something. It's not that much money. It's pretty affordable. Wow! What the hell?" I don't see QWERTY. Anyway, I'm going to return that. I will say I have one more mouse coming. I bought a older Microsoft Surface off eBay that eBay said has Bluetooth, but I think it might not. If it doesn't have Bluetooth, this seller does not accept returns, but if they sold me a product on false pretenses that doesn't include a USB thing because I didn't have that, then I will absolutely ask for my money back and I will probably get it. Because you can't do that. You can't sell something that doesn't have Bluetooth and say it has Bluetooth. But if it does have Bluetooth, I'll see how that is. Like an older Microsoft Surface that's arc mouse. Those things seem cool. I like the look of how they snap. They go from off being completely flat to on being arced, and you just bend them like that. And that sounds really damn cool. I wish that there was a version of the Lenovo one that worked like that. I wish there was a product that was perfect, but there's not. They're all compromised in some way, such as in the case of the Microsoft Surface one, not having a click wheel or not having like you can't right click and left click at the same time, which to be fair, that is a little bit. It's not that often that you need to do that, but middle click, you can't middle click as well. Everyone needs to close tabs. Okay, that's my mouse tangent. Hopefully that was a regular length mouse tangent. Hopefully that's good. Let's play this level. I don't see QWERTY, so sudden death. That's enough time stolen for time. Let's find a nice one though. Or can we do the Super World? Super World? No Super World. Okay. You like some scross wheels? Scross wheels and the buttons ain't clicky enough, but great for travel. I like a touch zone myself. I used to use the Logitech Touch Zone mouse for like years and years and years and years, but they don't make those anymore, and you can't get them anymore. And the ones that exist are falling apart, so I can't do it. No, I haven't played yours, Boober. We're gonna get to you. I'm looking at the queue. There's a bunch in queue. You are in there though. Okay, let's go. We're gonna go with the latest one. 2% clear rate. We have 2 tries on account of QWERTY is not here. QWERTY, though, if you want to say something, no problem, Boober. If you want to say something, QWERTY, you will be upgraded to the regular amount of lives. This doesn't look so bad, though. Doesn't look so bad at all. Were you in 8th place before? Jeez, maybe we've been going rather slow, but hey, it's the lightning round. Things are gonna move from here. What are you now? You're still pretty far down. What happened there, I wonder? We gotta jump real good here. That's what we need to do. I'll tell you, that was sort of a big obsession over the weekend. Looking at various mice on Amazon, looking at the reviews, seeing like, okay, deal breakers, deal breakers, deal breakers. Does this have Bluetooth? Does this have Bluetooth? I need Bluetooth. I only have fucking 3 ports. I can't use a USB on a mouse on this laptop. I will have no USB if I do that. I will have no regular USB ports left. I'm getting all picky about the details, as I do. I love looking for things to buy, I'll say. I love looking for things to buy. I love shopping around. I love looking at all the fucking shit and figuring out, like, what is the one that I want to get. What is the mouse that I want? What is the laptop that I want? Thinking a lot about that really heavily. I do think makes my life reasonably better. Because I end up with some real damn good shit. That is not at all compromised in any way. Is good, is well put together, durable, whole nine. Yeah, this level seems good, however, we weren't able to get through it. Corty, if you are here, speak up now. Let me say, next up is Blockhead, and you, hey, that's you! Okay, so Blockhead is here. Let me take a drink of my water, and then Corty, if you're here, say something. I'll do 3 more tries. Actually, it'd be 5 more tries because you'd be the first. Ah, water is good. Okay. I'm gonna dismiss. Blockhead is up. Get the bonus heads up too. You got Yoshi heads because I randomized them before earlier, you know? You might remember. And yeah. Let's do another card. I've also been using a MagSafe stand for my iPhone. It's handy. Jesus, I forgot that I had a card for that. Let me throw to a break and grab it real fast. I'll just be a second. And also, this will cut this out of the VOD as well, which is nice. Damn it, I couldn't find it. I'm sorry. That was a waste of time. Crap. It's basically a little thing that has a bunch of rings on it that can be folded into a little stand shape, which is nice because when I'm using it, it's practically like the phone is standing itself up wherever I leave it, which is really handy for like just having the phone be just standing in place in the office, and it can be tilted to like any angle, and I figured out some good ways to like contort it to make whatever shape I please. But I don't know where it's gotten to, and I'm going to have to find it by the time that I'm going to work next week. I'm going to have to find that. You would know from experience it has to be good. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty cool. It's pretty handy. I'll show it off next stream, I reckon. There was no sound there because it's... Don't worry about it. It can get screwy when I'm coming back from a break after, you know, doing it in the first place. Lord Bowser is up. Why is Lord Bowser up? That's not right. That's not right. Wasn't Blockhead up? Or someone was up. I must have hit my phone and hit that button. Yeah, I think I fat-fingered it. I'm sorry. Yeah, let me fix that. Yes, you were up. I must have knocked over my phone and hit a button. I gotcha. There we go. We got it sorted out. I don't know where that's gotten to. It's not like magnetically stuck to anything. I didn't like put it on this thing. It is magnetic, so it could be stuck to something on the side of something, and you know, I'll find it later and go, oh crap, there it was. Anyway, that's been another handy thing that I've gotten recently. I like handy things. I like buying things. It's nice. Let's do it. Thank you for putting in the level and being patient. Thank everyone for being patient. I appreciate the hell out of y'all. What's going on here? I need to stop this snowball and hit the on-off. There we go. I'm gonna bet I need to also turn it the other way. Oh, look at that. I got to skip a room because I did that. Huh? Okay, let's skip this second room. Okay, there's a time limit for every room past the first one. Okay. So let's do this trick on the first one. And then try to do the trick for every subsequent one. Just to shore up our chances. So now we know we're good, but we can save time on the next one. As such. That was close. Good. Wait, it was pointing at a saw? Oh boy. Easy. Hey, double. Crap. We can double back and forth, though. We can reset the timer. You did know you could reset the timer here, right? There was a hint. Yeah, I saw there was a hint. I just wasn't reading the hint. I didn't make note of the hint. I have completely forgotten the hint. There was mid. You didn't really know that was a thing? Oh. Well, it's fine. It's fun. It was the middle saw. Yep, I saw. There is a boss in here, that's right. Anyway, turns out having a stand and just being able to stand up your iPhone wherever the fuck you want, at the office, in a meeting, even besides a charging stand, even outside of the context of charging it, it's really nice. I mean, I've known forever that having a phone on a charge stand at a nice vertical angle is really good, but turns out you can have that elsewhere. And originally my idea was like, oh, I would like the stand so that I could prop it up watching YouTube videos or whatever while having some lunch at the office, right? And that was the original use case that I had in mind, but it turns out it's just dead handy for any sort of phone use at the office. Raft the Munchers should have had wings. Maybe. Maybe just like 2 of them, but winged ones so they're faster. That wouldn't be bad. We got through on first clear, though. First try. Harder but quicker, yeah. It'd be more like jump rope in that case. More like jump rope. More like a thing. You could even have it so that, like, instead of going back by hitting the end and controlling back, they, like, fly into the air for a second and then pop back, so it's like, woo, woo. And that'd really be like jump rope. Thank you for the level block. Head Games. Up next is Ratchet Toad. Ratchet Toad over on Twitch. Go ahead and confirm. You know what to do, Ratchet Toad. Let me Get those heads down, those bonus heads. I'll do another card. Speaking of iPhones, were y'all affected by that AT&T outage yesterday? I saw that. I was at the office, and I saw that my phone was at, like, said SOS on it. And I was like, what the fuck? Usually I have pretty good reception from here. I tried, like, moving around a bit, and I was like, no signal. What the hell? And I kind of thought no more of it because my laptop had like guest Wi-Fi. So most, you'd be surprised if you cannot beat the level in 2 tries. You can watch this later, Samos. The VOD will be up tomorrow, as it always is. This is J. You don't use AT&T, luckily. I'll say, for what it's worth, it wasn't really a big deal. It's just a thing where I was looking at my phone every 10, 20 minutes and going like, yeah, I just have no signal. Weird. Usually my signal is fine here. I kind of blamed the building rather than thinking that all AT&T users were without internet for some time. And I bet a lot of people also did, though, so... And then later saw, like, oh, there was an outage. And they even texted me. They said, oh, we're sorry, by the way, about that whole outage situation. It was fine. It's not like I didn't have ways to look at the internet where I was at for the duration of the outage. I tried to reset my phone at a certain point, and when it came back up, the outage was over, apparently, because I was able to access the internet. But apparently that was a coincidence, not that the phone reset helped. At the time, I 100% believed that I had fixed it, and it was just like, oh, just needed to reset. Go figure. Technology is, weird. Who can really say? Good luck, Simos, or goodbye, Simos. Good night, Simos. You have a good one. Have a good weekend. Oh. I hope all y'all have a good weekend. Shit. Ah. Another card? Another card. Been rewatching The Wire. Speaking of characters saying shit, I've been rewatching The Wire. As I said shit, I was totally thinking of, I was thinking about Clay Davis and other characters on the show saying shit. When I said shit, I was wondering for a second, like, am I saying that because I've been watching The Wire? Maybe. Damn good show. I'm near the end of season 1. Been watching a ton of it this week. Just episode after episode. Whenever I, have free time and I'm playing a game or whatever. Some pennies breakouts. Perfect time. When doing such things, or Marvel Snap, or any of the things that I do that isn't, like, that I'm able to multitask during. I've been doing The Wire and having a good damn time. Show's damn great. You know that? Season 1 has some amazing stuff. I think... Here's what I'll say. I think that Lester Freeman has, like, a good lion's share of the season's best material, as far as him explaining, like, how the whole fucking operation works. There's that scene where Lester says, like, what the hell? Oh, okay, we gotta lure this guy over. He says, if you follow the drugs, you get drug dealers and drug addicts. But you start following the money, and you don't know where the fuck you're gonna end up. Goddamn good line. And, yeah, everyone was very impressed by that line at the time, and, wait, where's my ride? Oh, man. Oh, I don't think Ratchet Toad has confirmed either, so it's, sudden death. I have regrets. Okay, that's the first try. Some damn good scenes of them figuring out, like, first, some damn good scenes of stuff like that about them following the money and figuring out, like, where all of, the guy's money is. You know, the drug dealer, Avon Barksdale, where his money is kept, how that all works. Some great scenes about, there's that scene where, he says, how do you mark that non-pertinent? They used aliases. That's evidence of conspiracy. It's pertinent. Besides that, there's all the stuff with McNulty. He is just a wonderful character. I love how he is just so fucking, he's so fucking, full of himself. It's wonderful. You're making a doc of ideas for later levels in your super world. I also have such a document, and, I really need to get back on that at some point. But, not now. Busy. I guess. I'll say mostly I've been watching The Wire, I've been watching The Wire, I've been playing Persona, I've been listening to podcasts, having a good time. But, you know, it's good. I'm looking forward to a lot of the later season. I think that, The Wire, I would generally say I do think shows get better as they go. And The Wire does get a lot more nuanced as it goes, and like, paint more and more of a vivid picture of the inner city, of the various aspects, not just the inner city, you know, the first season is very much just about the inner city. And then by the second season, it's like, oh, there's also stuff going on at the docks. Here's what's going on at Town Hall, Season 3. Back to the inner cities, but in the schools for Season 4. And then there's the whole press side thing in Season 5, which does get a little bit nutty. Does admittedly get pretty nutty by the end of that. I mean, goddamn. That whole, thing that, that whole fucking thing that, McNulty gets up to in Season 5. Oh my god. He goes way too far in Season 5. It is true. That's just true. He goes way too damn far, and, I could see why people maybe reception to that one is more mixed. I guess I don't know if maybe everyone other than my dad is really in love with Season 5 of The Wire. I think my dad's, you know, I think what I've heard, that they go so far into, like, the police just doing whatever the fuck they want and doing some absolutely weird shit that, you don't see in police procedurals. You don't see the cases where the police just literally start cheating. And that's what you see at the end of The Wire. Not that there's not cases where they cheat earlier on. There's the great scene where fucking Prez Belushi, he says to, McNulty, like, hey, how can you log that conversation? We don't have... He's out with the colonel. He's not, on the rooftop. Our guy, who's supposed to be, like, looking at the guys doing calls and making sure that they are there so that we can tap in on them, do our wiretap. And he says, no, yes they are. Yes, they are there. Even though it's not true. Because, they don't give a shit. Or rather, McNulty will cheat if it's, you know, convenient or otherwise seems like, yeah, no, no one's gonna call us on this, and it's good evidence, so we're gonna take it. How can we not? Whatever gets the job done, I guess.
Oh no!
Shit. Ratchet Toad, if you're here, you're the one up right now. I would love to have more tries on your level. Next up will be Mario Maker Pro, 924. Mario Maker Pro, if you're here, I would love it if you spoke up. That would be very helpful. And I know that we can probably move on now. Such a sudden death. It can go fast. Well, that didn't go that fast, honestly. It went... we died in the same way twice, but you couldn't say it was fast, per se. I'm going to refresh my life. I'm going to... Okay. I'm dismissing. And Mario Maker Pro, you're up. Go ahead and confirm. Usually I get out of the levels before I do that. That feels weird to have not done that. Different order to usual. Mario Maker Pro. Go ahead and confirm. If you are here, it'll be regular lightning round style. If not, it'll be sudden death. Just how it works. GG 9. We had a lot of levels in queue today, I'll say. The queue has gotten pretty long, and I think it got as high as like 14 in the queue. That might be as high as it's gotten before, so I understand it means that y'all who are getting it in a little later have to wait a hell of a time, even if we're in lightning round mode, which, yeah, I do appreciate, but I do like giving time to the regular, I do like giving time to regular viewers and well, I say regular views. I like giving time to levels that's, I like giving time to do levels more in depth at the start of a stream for the levels that are harder and for the levels that we can't do necessarily in 5 tries, but could maybe in 15 plus 5. And some of those things can be very close with even with 15 minutes and 5 tries. So, you know, I think it does behoove us to do it that way. But maybe there could be a rule like, oh, go down to 10 minutes if the queue hits 10 plus. Something like that. Oh, no. Let's do it. Fuck it. Let's keep things moving. A lot of people in queue here. Oh man, this is evil. Oh, no. Well, we got 2 jumps up. Thank you for the level. If you are here, we'd do another 3 tries on that. But you have to be here for that to be the case. So, yeah. Lord Bowser, you're up next, so go ahead and confirm if you so like. Tell you what, I'm gonna go get a refill on my water. I'm gonna throw to a break, so it'll be instant for the VOD and all that. Mario Maker Pro, if you want to confirm by the time I'm back with new water. Then we'll do 3 more tries of your level. Sound good? Maybe I'll also look for that ring. See if that stand. See if I can spot it. But I don't think I will be able to. Hey! Oh, that was a quick refill of water. Usually I wouldn't throw to a break, but I don't know. Seems like a good practice to cut out that part from the VOD. And throwing to a break does that. Maybe we could have somewhere between a real break that is still not archived, where you can see me running to the back and getting water, but the folks watching the VOD later on don't have to. By the way, I found the stand. It turns out it was sticking to a piece of metal. It was sticking to one of my desks. Anyway, what I was saying is it's a sort of a nice stand. It can where sort of, let me just do this. Yeah, oh, you can also see my Bochi, the rock figurine now. So you can see it's just sort of a ring and two other rings that could sort of be positioned in any position you like. And I can use that to set it up as a stand like, I'm trying to position it right, like this, where it can just be stood up like that, which is pretty damn good. This is just with sort of a one thing, or more like this maybe. It can be positioned at any angle I please, which is pretty neat. And yeah, let me make sure that I'm seeing the Twitch chat as it is. I'm not. No, I am seeing it. I'm seeing my messages. The current level is Mario Maker Pro. Okay, yeah. Anyway, pretty cool. Though you do have to be careful about balancing it because it is subject to physics. So if it's gonna topple over, it's gonna topple over. You know, if you set it up at the wrong angle or too severely, or like this, it'll just go like, wah. It's not like a firm base, but it's pretty good. And it could go the other way, like this, if you want to watch like a video or something. It's a pretty cool thing. I don't see Mario Maker Pro. Let's go ahead and hopefully I didn't press any buttons while I was doing this. Let's dismiss. Lord Bowser, you're up. Lord Bowser might be, Lord Bowser, if you're here, now's the time to say so. But if you're not, that's, hey, we'll do so in sudden death. I know Lord Bowser has his own thing that he does on Friday nights that he has to get to and get going. So either way, we are good. And I think Lord Bowser, his levels are pretty doable. Oh, he's got new ones. Well, it looks like he deleted and re-uploaded his Super World. So let's start that again, why not? Okay, that looks good. Let's or continue his Super World post re-upload. Yeah, so we're starting from World 4. Okay, let's go. 2 lives. 2 lives. Bowser, you know all you have to do is speak up. You know this. You know this. Oh. I'll say I'm been a little bit tired recently. I've been managing well enough, but I do have to get up not relatively early, but earlier than I'm used to for the last few years for the new job, and that means that I have maybe been getting a little less sleep than normal. And now that I have an Apple Watch, I can actually know exactly how much sleep I'm getting. Usually in the realm of 5 to 6 hours. And sometimes as low as like 4 or less, which isn't good, and probably is the reason why I've been feeling a little bit groggy and oftentimes pretty sleepy in the afternoon. It's a very nice, easy little level. Thank you, Lord Bowser. Go ahead and hit complete. 1. Samos had to go earlier, so I know Samos isn't here. But Samos said that I could beat this one. So let's just go ahead and get it up. Samos, if you are here, I'll do the thing just in case. But my understanding is Samos had to bounce. So probably won't be able to say the thing. Here's another card. I've been listening to the Revolutions podcast, still in the Spanish-American Wars of Liberation. Yep, good podcast. Been really enjoying going through that whole conflict. I feel like one of my favorite characters of that is like the Cowboys of the Llanos, which, as a American, I had no awareness of before listening to the Revolutions podcast describe the South American, like how they split up from Spain and how that all played out. It's interesting shit. I think the thing that's most interesting about it, which was something I said last time, by the way, I think the thing that's most interesting about it, hey, Lord Bowser, I just played your level, Lord Bowser, so you want to get in another one, now's the perfect time. And I got through despite sudden death. What? Cloud Top City 2. Okay. Are we just... I think this might be a coin hunt. I think this might be a coin hunt. Let's hunt for coins. Cool. Timer might be our biggest foe here. Anyway, one of my favorite parts is the fact that, like, one of the reasons why the colonies got used to independent rule and home rule is that during the whole Napoleonic Wars, Spain sort of fell because they got their teeth kicked in by the French, and everyone in the colonies was like, okay, yeah, no way we're gonna fucking pay up to fucking Napoleon. No, we're gonna run ourselves for a while. And then when the king came back, he was like, hey, how about you guys, you know, roll back all the changes you've made in the last 20 years and come back under my absolute rule. And everyone said, no, we're not going to do that. You know what? I think we're going to stick with home rule. Yeah, you could still be king if you're not going to be a dick about it, though. And the king said, I think I am going to be a dick about it, though. And as a result, he kind of got overthrown, and he became not an absolute ruler after his people said, fuck this, we're not going to go to America and fight a war for you. That's done. No more reinforcements. No one's going to America now to fight the Americans. They can just be Colombians or whatever they want to be. That's all fine. That's sort of how it goes. That's sort of how it went. It's also interesting. Thank you for the level, Samos. That was quite nice. I liked it. Solid little level. I liked getting all the little coins and bringing it all home in the end. One complete. CTXCB is up next. If that's you, go ahead and say so. Again, that's CTXCB. One of the things I also think is really fascinating about the South American Wars of Independence, or whatever they're called, is how much like regional rivalries just split up the whole continent, such that it was never going to be just four big countries related to the old lines of governance that the Spanish had back in the day, the viceroyalties of South America. Instead, you got cases where, like, one city says, like, okay, we're calling a junta here. We're doing a junta. And then the neighboring city said, like, fuck that, we're doing our own junta. As did another city up the way. And as he's going through, as the podcast host, Mike Duncan, is listing out the cities, he says, by the way, those cities that I just named are the capitals of Venezuela, this one and that one, you know, Bolivia, and another one that I don't know the name of, Uruguay, and all that. So they were at odds then, and they continue to be at odds, like, 500 years later as a result of them just looking across the river from each other and going like, Fuck that. We're not coming to your party. We're gonna throw our own party and rule ourselves. And as a result, they ended up separate nations. That's the whole thing. I do think that those wars, that the revolution is not like my favorite one. I think the European revolutions are my favorite ones. Especially the ones that involve Paris and France in some way, or the whole of Europe in some cases. Oh, what the hell is this? You are here, so... I'm not looking. This is dangerous. I have all the tries in the world. You know what? I'll not count that one because I was looking at my thing to turn... That one's gotta count, though. I was messing with my, my stream deck. Revolutions podcast continues to be great. I think the next one is the Paris Commune or the July Revolution. It's sort of a short little revolution that's like, it's only a couple episodes long, but it's very fascinating stuff. I think maybe one of my favorites of the Revolutions of Revolutions podcasts. Your level has been surprisingly well received for something I made in 20 minutes. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Fun little level. A reasonable challenge, and we were able to get through it in 5 tries. Fantastic. That's a good one. What's the clear rate for that? Wow, we're well above average. 2% clear rates, which means on average it takes 50 tries. We did it in four tries? Pretty good. Pretty good. Looking forward to the July Revolution. That's just a really good 6-episode little mini revolution, and you know, after going through a lot of long revolutions, they're like 20 episodes long at minimum, each being about an hour long. And you know, I'm listening to these as I'm in my car, doing work, going to lunch, you know, other such things. So it's easy to find the time to just go through these Revolutions podcasts again. But a nice self-contained 6-episode arc sounds great. And I probably will get there over the weekend or something. I don't know. We'll see. History is endlessly neat. Boober! Boober is up! Boober! Boober, if you could please confirm. I would like to hear from Boober. I'm gonna do a card as well. Should I watch Mallrats? In retrospect, this is a odd question to ask after Revolutions talk. Was less odd to ask maybe after the Wire talk, but the cards ended up being, you know, the Revolutions ended up being thrown between these 2 cards. I've been thinking about this because I did recently watch H Bomber Guy's video on VHS tapes, and he was talking about how Mallrats turns out to be really nice for home, for like a home watch where you can just sort of listen to the people on stream, the Mallrats, hang out and chat. Hello, Neron Jackson. You can watch the Mallrats hang out, chat amongst themselves, and say weird things. It kind of sounds like Clerks, obviously. Made by the same guy what made Clerks. I really liked Clerks 1 and Clerks 2. Never saw Clerks 3. Should I see that's another good question. Should I see Clerks 3? But that does sound fascinating, and it does sound interesting, and I did like Clerks 2. It almost sounds like a precursor to Twitch streaming, right? Like just watching a bunch of dorky individuals talk about their geeky interests and argue about fucking dumbass shit. Like that is the heart of a lot of what's cool about a lot of Twitch streams. Hanging out with people who are cool and listening to them spout on various oddities. Boober, I don't see Boober, so I'm going to put Boober into sudden death. Boober, all you need to do is say the word, and I'll put you... Regular lightning round. And you'll basically be converted based on what you have now. Why do I get the feeling that if I had jumped on that, I get the feeling if I had... I get the feeling that's a trap. I'm getting a lot of feelings here. We got one try, let's make it count. Boober, you can! Just say the word. And... Jesus Christ. Woohoo! Boober, say the word and you will give me 3 more tries. Oh, thank God. I thought I'd be trapped in there. Boober, your tries are not needed, but thank you for giving me the level. I appreciate it. We were able to slink on through with the 2 lives. Just barely. I want to see one thing before we go. Was the star a trap? I just gotta see. I just gotta find out. Was the star a trap? I've seen Boober before, sometimes. Boober's cool. You knew it! I knew it! I knew it was a trap! What'd I tell you? Trap. Thank you for the level. Next up is, Terry. Terry is back for more streams. Terry is back for more streams. Go ahead and say the word, and we'll see what happens. Again, the way that this works, for those who are new or otherwise wondering, if you are here when your level comes up, I give full time of day, which during the lightning round means 5 tries refreshing at checkpoints. If you're not here, I only do 2. That's called very nearly but not quite sudden death. And that's how I balance the people who are here against prioritizing the people who are present versus playing more levels, which is fun to me. It's fun to play more levels. I think this is the good compromise, and I have fun, which is the important bit. Here's another card. I'll think about Mallrats. Bochi figurine. Yeah, you might have seen it when I panned the camera over. It's a Bochi figurine based on a scene from the show where a literal physical clay model appears, and you can see that this is modeled just after it. It's pretty sick. I have an image here of it surrounded by a couple little guys who were also from that scene that was, these were included in the box, and I had no idea those guys were going to be included, but it's a pretty cool little bit, and lets you set up some funny little photo ops, I guess. Sure, why not? It's a beautiful figurine, and I can't wait to look at it and appreciate how buck wild that show got. Like, of all the anime figurines, very few are physical things that were actually in the show themselves, like literally on screen, a little model in 3D, in real life, photoed, recorded, shown on screen. Very few things are like this, and goddamn, I think it's a hell of a thing. I ordered it like a year ago. I had to wait like a year for it to come back. Apparently, that's how it works. This has a 80% clear rate. We can do this. Let's go ahead and do this. If you want to give us more lives, Terry, you can go ahead and say so. But my phone fell over. Like I said, you gotta be careful with the stand as far as gravity goes. That little metal maglev stand thing. Maybe a better design would be one where the bottom was weighted a bit so it wouldn't fall over, no matter what angle you put it at, but it's fine. I don't know how 10% of people died on this before, or 10% of tries die on this. I guess that wouldn't be necessarily 10% of people. Maybe like, I don't know what the percentage would be. Would it be 11% of people? Because, like a ninth of people, because surely they go on to actually clear it with their second life, right? I don't know how they don't. Maybe they just get 10 people in. Some people would say it's a copy. Maybe this is something where people say, hang on, I know this level, and butt out there. Complete. Shock Pichu, you're up again. Shock Pichu, you are up. Go ahead and confirm if you are still present with us at all. We'll give you the full time of day, as you know. STD 413. How about another card while I'm writing this in? Looking forward to moving in a month and change. That's right, the big move is coming up in a month and change. It's going to be the weekend of April 6th, I want to say. So that'll be a whole thing. Going to be a long process, moving stuff out, getting the AT&T done. The movers are going to come on Saturday, and I'm going to be all boxed up and ready to go by then, I am sure. And as a result, don't expect any streams. Don't expect a Friday evening stream that week. And maybe not even Tuesday. Maybe we'll be all wrapped up sometime before that and ready to start breaking things down in the week before. I'm sort of like a chronic overplanner. You know, whenever I go on a holiday, right, I tend to pack like the week before. And for a move, like, you better believe I'm going to start packing like 2 weeks out probably. But as far as the whole stream setup, probably that'll go down in the last week. The PC will be one of the last things that'll get packed, as will be the TV and the consoles and all that. So I will be able to stream until like relatively like soon. But, you know, it's going to be a whole thing. I'll say also, there's some big streams coming out, like, shit. That was a bad move. Shock Pichu, please, if you want us to have more lives, you gotta say something. We don't have to rush this. We can take our time here. Hello, Strawhand. How you doing? So yeah, that's coming up. That'll be a whole thing. I'm really looking forward to the new apartment. It'll have a detached garage and not a detached garage, actually, an attached garage, which I think will be pretty damn cool. Never had that before. It'll also have like a dining room type area and plenty of space for the stream and such. I'm looking forward to setting that all up and making it work in such a way that I can do green screen stuff for the first time. That'll be pretty cool. Dear Lord, that was a hell of a jump. Oh, Jesus. I think I gotta take this chance here. What if this is a mushroom? Hell yeah. Perfect. I'll say, like, there's some big streams coming up. And I'm really excited about those. Gotta bounce back to here. It's gonna be a difficult jump. Ah, so close. There's some big streams coming up. Shock Pichu, say anything if you want me to get 3 more tries. Just, you know, I'm gonna pull up my schedule real fast and just try to illustrate what I'm thinking right now, which is that, so next week, Skyward Sword ends, right? Week after, Banjo-Tooie all in one go, and then the week after that, I'm gonna be starting the next playthrough, which will be StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void, right? I'm thinking that'll probably take like 3 streams, maybe 3 or 4. So that should be done by the time I'm moving next, by the time of the move. So if I'm doing this math right, I'm going to be relatively free up. I'm going to be between things when the move hits, and that's going to be pretty convenient. I think I have timed things out perfectly well. I am thinking for the last stream of this apartment, I'm thinking Mario Maker 1, since that will be going offline pretty shortly, pretty soon after, pretty soon, like, basically, while I'm moving, Mario Maker 1 is going to go offline, like, the servers are going to go down, so I'm thinking that might be the finale, the final stream in this apartment, but we'll see what ends up making sense, and if maybe I'll end up being busy on Sunday, you know, the Sunday before I move, like, a week before I move. Like, that might actually be a prime packing day, actually. But we'll see what happens. I have like a month and a half to schedule this shit out. But so far, I think that I have timed things perfectly good. And the new apartment's going to be pretty rad and pretty spacey. And it's going to have a lot less issues as far as noise goes. No, it's a new apartment. It's not a house. It is just a very sizable apartment. I have a new job. I can afford a new apartment. I have it'll have a attached garage. It's on the 2nd floor. No one will be above me. And it's a pretty nice little apartment complex. Honestly, I'm pretty pleased with what I found. And it's gonna be, quite nice. I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss. Excellency, you are up. We're getting right down to it. The queue is getting a lot smaller now. So if you got levels, good news. There's less of a wait now than there was a half hour ago. Or how long have we been going? Like 3 hours? Yeah. The queue isn't all that long right now, so that should make you happy. I hope. Yeah, that's the thing. Earlier on, we were so busy and we got so packed up. But once the lightning round hits, and maybe, like, people have left, you know, we really start cranking through them. We really start pushing through. And before long, we have practically nothing. A new 3-bedroom apartment? No, it's 1 bedroom. It has a dining room, though. Straw hand. Exclamation point add, and then your code. You can look at the pinned message for how to do it. Yeah, 1 bedroom. That's all I need. There's a big living room and a dining room. And, of course, all the other rooms that you expect. Bathroom, closet, all that. It's nice. You'd rather get a 2 or a 3 bedroom? Why do you need multiple bedrooms is the thing. If you have, like, a big living room, you can fit a TV area and a desk area. You don't really need a 2nd bedroom. A room for your streaming shit? The living room. That's what the living room is for. In fairness, it's not great to have stuff in your background, I know. And what part of that is why I'm really happy and really excited to get, like, a green screen set up behind my chair, behind my desk behind my desk and behind my couch. Next setup. I'll say, when I moved into this place, it was not a priority. I was not a streamer when I moved here, so it just didn't occur to me to set it up in such a way that I could put a green screen behind the couch. But this time, I am thinking about it, and it will be set up in such a way that that is convenient and good and not blocking anything. That is all coming up. That's all going to be very exciting. And of course, there's big streams coming up in the next couple weeks. The stream where I don't see, oops, wrong button. I don't see Excellency, so let's carry on. Excellency, I understand it was a while between you submitting that one and between this level and your last level. It is what it is. Let's go. Let's do it. And also, sudden death can be fun. Oh, boy. I really don't like the look of this. Really do not like the look of this. That's hard. I don't know how you did it. Damn. Excellency. You know, hey, keep in mind, as always, you know, another time, you can resubmit that. Do whatever you want. Or you could even resubmit it right now. Let's just go ahead and get the next one up. I don't see you in the queue, Bowser. Did you mean to resubmit? Oh, no. There you are. Straw Hand, I misspoke. You are here. Yes, that is... Lord Bowser is up next. Wasn't there more people? Did I, like, fat hand the thing? If your level was supposed to be in there, please resubmit. I think I accidentally hit... if it went down from, like, 4 to 1 real fast, then I must have made a mistake there. Lord Bowser is here. Is good. Hey, J Fay. Fantastic. And, other feller, make sure you, exclamation point add your level. I do not want to exit OBS, so I'm glad that it popped a message. I think I accidentally hit the thing. Straw Hand. If someone could add Straw Hand and tell them to just go ahead and explain how to submit, that would help them a bunch, I reckon, because that would be handy. That would be very nice, I think. Let's do it. Let's do the world. I don't want to be mean to anyone who feel like I've been fat-handing this thing a bunch. The queue. Fat fingering, you know, hitting the wrong button. Whatever. I'm just gonna assume that nothing has gone wrong and continue because fuck if I can undo what I did. Fuck if I can undo what I did. If I did anything at all, which remains to be proven. Who can say? 4-3 time. Fantastic. This'll be a nice... We have 5 tries. That's one of them. Careless. Oh, this is just a nice level. It feels good. It's simple. Avoiding the bullet bills is fun. Oh, you did good. Bullet bills are a good enemy. They can be hard to use, I feel. Checkpoint refreshes our guys. Our tries, you know. You understood. Let's get this Yosh. And continue going upward. Ooh, bonus. And we can just open up a shortcut here. Fantastic. It'd be nice if there was this was the only way into that area, but maybe you didn't want to hide the power up that way. This is cool how it's, you know, you've gone from a horizontal to a vertical. Obviously, for vertical levels in, since the overworld will always be horizontal, I feel like that's kind of a default in Mario Maker. You know, doing a whole horizontal overworld, and then going in the subworld and doing it vertical style in, like, the second half, just because that's just how the screen real estate work themselves out. That's just how it works out.
Oh yeah, Mario time.
Oh yeah, Mario time. That's right. It is Mario time. Thank you for the level, Lord Bowser. That was quite nice. Let me hit complete. 1. JJ Fei Fei is up. Again, straw hands, if you want to, you gotta do a command like the other people in chat are doing. Exclamation point add, and then your code. You see, like Lord Bowser just did. That's how you do it. That's how it's done. Just how it is. Shorts plan. That's the next card. So I mentioned before I want to try converting a bunch, and JJ Fei Fei is here, by the way. I've said before I want to convert a bunch of my clips on Twitch that I have of streams that I got, my best one specifically, into YouTube Shorts to try to get some traction and all that, because, you know, looking at YouTube, it does really seem like the only thing they care about are shorts, isn't it? Yeah. I saw Lord Bowser, you seem to be having a lot of success with shorts. I'm looking. I saw your channel the other day and said, "God damn, those are doing well." And I said to myself, like, you know, I'll be honest, that was a big impetus. And seeing that and going like, well, goddamn, well, if it works, and I should swallow my pride. I've been rewatching Breaking Bad, and that is a big sin of Walter White is pride, and if the lesson isn't in Breaking Bad isn't sometimes you have to swallow your pride, maybe that's just one of the lessons. It's best to swallow your pride sometimes, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and convert 10, I think, over the weekend. My plan right now is I got that big stream coming up on believe it is the Sunday after next Sunday, which will be all of Banjo-Tooie, doing all that in one stream. So I was thinking I would try to juice the numbers a little bit by I'm thinking I'll post 5 of them on Thursday, and I'll post the other 5 that I'll prepare, and I have a list of which ones I want to do. I'll post the other 5 on Saturday, and then you know, hopefully something will come of that, and we'll see. It'll be cool. It'll be good, and we'll see what happens from there. And if it seems to work, and I'll upload them to TikTok as well. You post shorts daily, and in real life friend suggested you post shorts daily a couple months ago to grab views and subscribers, and it works. Yeah, damn, you have more subs than I do on YouTube, Lord Bowser. Damn, 125. I'm thinking right now, I'll do it in 2 big bursts. One on Thursday and one on Sunday. But I could absolutely put together like a backlog and just post one once a day once that initial burst is done. That's my thought right now. Damn, wow. These are some hell of interesting patterns you got here. Oh god, shit, fuck. Do we have... I'll say, by the way, JJ Fei Fei, feel free to resubmit. During this thing, during the lightning round, or at any point in my stream, even if I can't beat a level, you are welcome to resubmit it, and I'll have more tries at it when it comes back around. And right now, there's like 2 of y'all in queue, so pretty short wait compared to the people earlier who had to wait through 14 other levels. And some of them got a little bit frustrated by the end. You understand. My plan is to do big bursts at first, though. Making shorts daily is hella tough, especially when you're on desktop. Probably. But I think I could just make them on Twitch and just export them to both places. Don't worry, JJ Fei Fei, and I'll say you can submit this level or another level, whatever you please. Next up is Bowser. Good luck with that. Yeah, I'm hoping that to get a little more traction on the YouTube side, I guess. I'm not so sure about TikTok. You know, I have heard people say that TikTok is good for a place if you want to go viral, but that doesn't necessarily convert into a following elsewhere quite so easily. It sounds like maybe YouTube Shorts are a lot better for conversion into people watching your streams and watching your VODs and all that. But I'll do it anyway because it's easy. And fuck, what do you know? I'll say as far as clips go, I have been actively clipping my streams for the last year or two. The last year at least. And basically every stream that I have like 10 clips that exist that I can easily convert into a short. Now, not all of them are probably good enough to be shorts, honestly. So whether they're not self-contained enough, or they're only a little bit funny, or honestly, maybe I'm a little bit too not selective enough when it comes to making them. But I do have a lot to draw upon as far as shorts go. You know, I have like hundreds, thousands even, of clips that are made up, and I'll say I'm really behind on those, honestly. I want to have it so that I'm up to real time, but instead, I'm behind the point at which they expire off Twitch, and have been keeping them around by making highlights of the things that are going to expire, and just unprivating them for as long as it takes me to clip like 10 clips from each stream and do a thing. Turns out that's a lot of work for something that Twitch absolutely does not promote. You know, the Twitch clips are not a discovery, are not a discovery engine, it turns out. You can't go viral off a Twitch clip, sadly. Maybe if it's posted to Twitter, which isn't a thing anymore, so yeah, there you go. I'll have to figure out what best practices are as far as how to divide up a widescreen video game VOD to look good on a short. That part is the one part that really like irks at me, where I'm not sure how exactly it'll be done. But yeah, that's gonna be a thing. I'm going to work on it over the weekend, and then I think it's gonna go live Thursday. I'm thinking Sunday I'll just crank those out, and I'll also try to clip up a bunch of more streams so I can get closer to caught up with present. And then over time I'll prepare a bunch more and hopefully wind up doing one a day for a bit, or you know, indefinitely as situation allow. Lord Bowser, I'll ask you this one more question: what time do you post this shit? Do you post it in the morning, the afternoon, when you're home? I could post them at any time, you know, just flip a switch from private to not private. That's all it takes, I guess. Well, I don't know how TikTok works, but you know, it's not hard to do it at any time I please. But what is the best time in the day? I'm hitting complete. 1. You post in the afternoon, around just after noon, like just after, like 1 p.m. Yes, okay. That is the afternoon, yeah. Okay. Well, I'll figure it out. Hopefully we'll see if it's yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice to, I have some pretty good clips over the course of years. There's been some moments that have been good, and I bet they will be, people will like them. I hope. You'll see. You'll see. You could go watch those clips now on Twitch if y'all wanted, but no one does that, so whatever. Well, some people do it. At least 3 people do it, according to the view counts. Every clip has at least 3, and then it stops. I don't know how that works. or why that works on Twitch. It's a mystery. Who is watching clips? That no one knows. Last card. Let's talk about the trends of YouTubers quitting or otherwise grumbling. JJ Feifei is up, by the way. You can just go ahead and confirm real fast. You're fine. I think you're good. You were here like a minute ago. I reckon you are good for it. So, YouTubers have been quitting recently. It's been a whole trend. You know, people saying like, oh, my favorite another YouTuber quitting. Or another YouTuber making a video about YouTubers making a video quitting. Or YouTubers that aren't quitting, but are otherwise saying like, yeah, the algorithm really blows. Everyone hates it. The code, oh, that's a Y, not a T. Or otherwise saying that or otherwise saying that dealing with Twitch sucks, and they're not wrong. They're not wrong at all. The algorithm is a mystery, and I do sympathize. Like, I more than sympathize. I deal with the algorithm myself. Insofar as, like, yeah, it used to be the viewer level VODs did X well, now they do Y well. And it's not like the content has changed. So, what happened there? Well, it could be just people... You know, it's a situation where the YouTube algorithm has stopped showing people videos after a bit for reasons that are not clear to anyone but YouTube. And, you know, people live or die. Videos live or die based on whether they are shown to people, and specifically the right people. There's, you know, it's not like... There are some people, perhaps, when they see a VOD of a 9-hour stream, they say, oops, I didn't realize this was 9 hours, because they weren't looking for a 9-hour stream. But that doesn't mean there aren't people out there who want to see, like, really long streams, or the archives thereof. I'm pretty sure those exist. I sometimes watch really long streams. It is comforting to watch a really long... This is not that hard. I shouldn't... I sometimes like to watch really long streams, and fuck if I don't know how to get YouTube to show me them. That's a mystery to me as well. There was a great video by Sung Woo. Fuck. The guy what does the little short videos where he does little skits. You know him. Sun. It's something like that, you know. He was talking about how if you searched for one of his most popular videos, what only came up were re-uploads of it. Only re-uploads came up of his video. Even if you put in the direct thing, even if you put up the direct name of the stream, or, like, his name in there, it's just no good. The search is just no good for getting results that you would expect. Now, I will say, personally, from my experience, I have had okay results sometimes with YouTube... with YouTube search. You know, like, I'll put in a search query on Google, a Google video, and I'll look and I'll say, like, episode 1 review. And, fucking, you know, it won't come up, the thing I'm looking for. And I'll say, like, come on now. YouTube knows what I'm looking for. And I'll go look over there and say, episode 1 review. And it knows, like, oh, do you mean the episode 1 review that you've watched, like, 25 times? Yes, that is the one I mean. The Plinkett review, that is correct. What else could I mean by the episode 1 review? This is a fucked up little bit. I love that. I love those bullet bill things. That is, daunting in a way that is fun. Oh boy! Both pipes lead to the right place. Good. Nice. It sucks to not have control over your audience. Well, that's not a... That sounds bad out of context. It sucks to not have access to the people who subscribe to you. I totally get that, right? Like, what exactly does a subscription mean if it doesn't mean people see all of your videos? That is kind of unclear, honestly. Like, what exactly does... Is it... How exactly does that work? But at the same time, I understand because I watch YouTube, and I have subscribed to people 20 years ago who I don't remember subscribing to them, and probably haven't seen a video of theirs in 15 years, and yeah, to be fair, you know, I'm fine not watching another one of those videos that I watched 20 years ago ever either, but it does make you wonder, what exactly is the point of subscribing? If you could just tell YouTube to show you more videos just by watching more of them. That said, I appreciate subscriptions, people subscribing on YouTube. Let me be clear, I appreciate them, and as people are quick to point out, and often do in their like, follow, and subscribe spiels, it does help fight against the algorithm and get their channel recommended if people are following, you know, or subscribing, you know, as the case may be. Subscribe is a YouTube subscribe and a Twitch follow, they're the same thing, you know, different words. Sometimes I get confused. Thank you for the level, that was quite nice. Anyway, Bowser is up next, and Bowser is here. Final thoughts on the whole, by the way, after this level, we're gonna go to last call, and we'll be closing the queue after that. So, you know, get in levels that you have now, and Lord Bowser, you'll have another chance to get you one more level in after this. And anyone else watching, you know, time is coming up. My last thoughts here are very simple. Creating is a creative endeavor, and like any creative endeavor, you can get burned out on it. Burnout is real. I mean, I love Mario making, but I have not Mario made in like 3 months myself. I haven't made a Mario level in 3 to 5 months because, yeah, burnout is real, and sometimes you need like a half-year break from a thing to get your creative energy back. You know, personally, I've been streaming pretty much non-stop since I started streaming, so I personally have not felt the need for a break. I like the regularity of putting together content on a regular schedule, and always be thinking about the next stream, the next playthrough, the next whatever. I gotta imagine if I ever, like, stopped. If I ever just stopped cold, I wouldn't know what to do with myself, you know? It'd be a hell of a transition. You've been streaming for 5 months now and YouTubing for about the same, and yeah. I know a lot of people who have, you know, been spotty in, like, their streaming, right? Or, I say spotty, who have come and gone from Twitch and have had very successful streams for a time, stopped streaming for pretty reasonable reasons, life and all that, and have come back and, you know, hey, fun to hang out with them again. I think that's just a very healthy way to think about streaming, is just, hey, you know, if you're in the mood and if you got the time, if you want to, it's a good time. But sometimes you need a break. And though I personally have not, I have in other mediums, and, yeah. There concludes the quitting conversation. I'll say as far as quitting goes, I'll say the one thing that I have thought about is, maybe changing the nature of the content, right? Right now, I do Mario Maker variety streams and playthroughs. once a week for playthroughs and Mario and variety whenever I have the occasion to. I have been thinking, since I will be finishing the playthroughs series that I've been working on for the last several months, for last half year or so. You know, I'll be finishing Skyward Sword HD next Tuesday. And, checkpoint. And the last StarCraft 2 campaign will follow that. And then after that, I have one more planned playthrough, which will be Mario Odyssey 100%. But after that, I don't really have anything planned. Don't have anything lined up. I wouldn't mind, honestly, just maybe like not having a playthrough for a while. Maybe instead doing like a variety stream on Tuesdays that was more just catch as can catch. And maybe if we found something that was super, super good, super, super fun, that was like something else that we could do on a weekly basis other than Mario Maker and a playthrough, that could be a thing. Or it could be like a playthrough, but it has a weird theme to it. Like, a while ago I did Treasure Hunting Thursday, which was Wario Land 4 and Uncharted 2 back to back. And that was kind of a fun series to do. That was also sort of a playthrough of two games at once. Something like that could easily, I think, justify an ongoing series. That isn't necessarily just me replaying a Zelda game. Or whatever. Normal style. Alright. I'm gonna hit 1. Right. Bowser's gonna get that back in here. Folks, it is time now for last call for levels. Last call for levels. Now, during last call for levels, I'm gonna play a couple of my own levels. And then we're going to close the queue and move on. Well, what should we do today? I was thinking, last week we did all the levels that had Yoshi in them. How about all the boot levels? I feel like I had some idea, but I forgot what it was last week for what this week should be. We're gonna do all the boot levels. Let me see. What levels have boots in them? I actually don't think it's that many. Like, okay, here's the first one. The River Kicks HD. Which is a very good little pun there. You see, the river kicks, and it's a level about getting Karibo's shoe. This was also a remake of a Mario Maker 1 level that I did. Part of my first Super World back in Mario Maker 1, which never got past this fourth world for what it's worth, but I don't know. It kind of ended at a good, nice halfway point that was sort of a nice big midway. Here, this level, you got this whole big waterway that runs under some parts, and a bunch of fire guys. Hello, Columbet. You came at just the right time. We're in last call. I really love in this level all the big piranha plants, especially the ones that are on the turtles, on the Koopas. They're very fun to jump on with the boots. I think. Really fun to jump on the boots. Especially when it's one after the other. Or like this. Ooh, that's fun. Or like these guys. The boots, the Karibo's shoe, is a very fun item. If I had one wish right now for a thing that could have been in Odyssey, I would say, or sorry, on, well, Odyssey or Odyssey, Wonder, any mainline Mario game. Put in the boots. I like boots. I want to see boots. We're in last call, by the way. I'm playing some of my own levels to buy time for people to get in the queue and submit more levels. Let's see. This one didn't have boots in it, did it? No, that was a... No, no, didn't have boots. What else had boots? I'm sort of thinking in my head. As all thinking is done. That's where all thinking is done. Is there a boot in this? This one had a lot of spike ball stuff, but I don't think it had boots. I don't think it had boots. I feel like I've just not used the boot that often, actually. This one did not have boots. This one had frog, and these two are the wrong theme to have boots. Yeah, outside of my Super World, the only boot I used was in the remake of a Super Mario Maker 1 level. Huh. No boot here. No boot there. These aren't the right type. No boot. No boots. No boots. Okay, here's the next one with a boot. For Fear Forge 4, Red Girder Gala. And I do think the uses of boot here is really neat, so you'll appreciate it. I guess maybe if what I'm realizing is that I should think about putting a boot in my next level. I should try to make that happen. This level is a Red Girder Gala, and I thought that was appropriate because when you go through here, music play. When you get this power up, fancy, jovial music plays, and I thought that was a fun thing to do. Also, you know, it's kind of a ball, and you throw balls. You get the Super Ball item. Start through the red coin hunt, which is a cool thing to have in a level. Also, a cool thing about the Super Ball, when you when characters are floating like this in the low gravity, it turns out they are sitting ducks for the Super Ball. Here you can go left or right, and it doesn't matter which way you go. It's fun to target all these guys. And here, after you do segments, you get a boot as a reward. So, whichever one you do second, you get to do with a boot, which I think is a nice little reward for your trouble. Yeesh. Oop. That's just fun. I love all the trick shots in this. It's just, they're in the air, and you shoot them by shooting the ground. I think that's about the best use for the Super Ball that I've ever found in one of my levels, or seen out there, I guess. I don't know. Maybe some of the minigame levels where you have to shoot a very specific shot and then move on to the next room. That would be the other good use of Super Ball that I've seen out there. I believe this remains the only level that I've ever had that has Super Ball, for what it's worth. There's a couple of power-ups like that I've used exactly once, like Mario, like a new Mario Brothers 2, only used that once. I've used Link twice, though. The more obscure power-ups. Okay, no boots in here. None here. Is that it? Was there a boot in Unborn Mines 2? I don't think there was. Let me just check. Because I'm 100% not sure. I think you could grab shells in this. Yeah, no, there's no boots in here. And, yeah, this didn't have boots. Dry bones? I've used that once or twice. Once or twice have I used dry bones. I used it in a level that wasn't yeah. Yeah, no boot, no boot, no boot. I think that might do it for the boot levels. Levels with boots. Huh. Yeah, I should really put in a boot in my next level. That's, I think that's the takeaway here. We do not have enough boots in the Super World. Yeah. I'll do the dry bones levels. That's a good take. We'll add the levels that are dry bonin'. I think there's just 2 of those, so this will be quick. Temple Temptation. I haven't worked on his world in months. That's true. And I'm moving in like a month and a half, so good fucking luck getting me to have the energy to do that. And I'm gonna be working on shorts and stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be a whole thing. I'd like to. This level, you got all these parts where you're bouncing off the wigglers between the big sections. There's also all this nice theming. You're never going back to Mario Maker? Damn. I definitely for sure will get heavy hardcore into Mario Maker 3 when that comes out. Here's the shell, by the way. And you can see, since it kills these guys, it makes these segments rather daunting. And there it goes. It's a fun little thing while it lasts, though. You're too busy playing Mario Kart 8 and you have school? Understand. You know, hey, come back to it in like 6 months and you'll be, and you'll be, your creative fuel will be recharged. Like I said, burnout is real in all creative, things, and eventually you just need a break is the long and short of it. One more shell level that I have. Dry Bones craft level is Igneous 500. This is from the world where every level was a race course. Like a tropical race course. So the more... Hey, Sabrina. Exclamation point add to get your level in there, please. Exclamation point add. If you want to get in the queue. Look at the pinned message for details. You came at just the right time. I was buying time for people to get their levels in. So here, it's you have to fly up and avoid the lava. And at the midway, you get this shell, which, you know, could help you with the lava if you liked. And also will let you kill those guys, those piranha plant guys, and the fireball guys, which is pretty damn cool. Pretty damn handy. Grab that. I like how the Goombas get a little close for comfort, but just a little close for comfort. Here you gotta wait up these guys before you can go forward. There's another shell by the end, don't worry. I haven't done a full level where you're like riding a raft in the lava water. That just seems like a very hard problem to make fair. Because if you lose the raft, you're just dead. And that conceptually just bothers me, right? If the raft was the last power-up, no space between the exclamation point and the add, Sabrina. If the raft was the last item to get removed, I'd be more into it, but as is, I just can't. You gotta remove the space between add and exclamation points. And yeah, I think that's the only 2 times I've used the raft, even. Yeah, those are underutilized items. I'll be honest, it's true. I really should use the shoe in the next level. Remind me, shoe. Remind me, shoe in next level. I think my phone added it. Hey, Columbet. Are we all in here? Are we all good to go? Sabrina, put the, you're gonna have to, here, allow me, Sabrina. You just take the space out. Take the space out like this. Like so. No space between the add and the exclamation point. Like that. And there, your level's in there. If that'll be fine. And also, tell you what, there was the guy earlier who didn't know how to add the level. I'll go ahead and put their level in too. 1 second. Let me let me do that on my phone because it's easier to type there. One second. Give me the chat. Oh, I gotta reset my Twitch app because it's all screwy. On my phone. Okay, here we go. Add 249 KFC P or F. There you go. You're now in there. Your level, whoever that was earlier, that was what was it? It was there you go. Straw Hand, was it? Straw Hand, your level will now be in there. How about that? That'll be fine. Let's go ahead and it's time to close the queue. Let's go ahead and finish these levels that we got. And we'll be starting with Lord Bowser's level. Lord Bowser has been here this whole time. Fantastic. One more level from that there, Super World. And we got 3 others after that. If you're here, when we get to you, it'll be, you know, regular lightning round style. Otherwise, sudden death, y'all know the drill. That's right, Peach dancing. I'm always saying this. I'm always saying Peach dancing. Good emotes. I also have good emotes. Look at these emotes, Lord Bowser. Look at these emotes. Aren't they lovely? 5 of them are new. 5 of the last 5 animated ones are new. Also, there's the brain. That one used to not be on tier 1. And the Cranky Kong is also new. Those ones aren't animated, though. How do you like that? 5-2, that is correct. You knew Lord Bowser for about 2 years? Yeah, I guess I have too. I've known Lord Bowser for about that long as well. Lord Bowser, you can do a follow age and see how long you've been following. How long have you been around here? We've been streaming for like, I have been streaming for about just over 2 years. Like maybe 2 1/4. Error, this API is deprecated. Whoops. Okay, that... If there's a way to do that now, I don't know it. I'll Google at some point if there's a new way to do follow age. I didn't know that was deprecated. Go figure. Almost 2 years? Gotcha. Yeah, so about 2 years. This is just a very normal, pretty reasonable platform level. I like the speed at which these wigglers travel. They're pretty fast, actually, but not too fast. And the fact that they're one big bouncy platform is cool. Kind of reminds me of my the Link level that I just did. Personally, you know, that you remember. You might remember that Link level. God damn it, that was a bad place to die. Oh, hey, Loop the Swoop. You just missed the queue closing. Tell you what, I will open it and let you in. I think you're new. I don't remember seeing you before, Loop the Swoop. Go ahead and get one in there. Go ahead and get one in real fast, and I'll close it after you're in. Sounds good? Sounds good. I always like to be nice about new viewers. If you know, if you are one, always feel free to say like, hey, I'm new. If the queue is closed, I might reopen it. Especially if you just missed it, and you just missed it. It was like a minute or 2 or 3 ago. Please do hurry, though. I'm gonna give you like a minute here. Time is zooming. Loop the swoop. Please, Loop the Swoop's on the YouTube side for anyone who's wondering. Loop the Swoop, please get it in and, so I can close the queue. Thank you. Thank you for the level. I wish there was a way to, like, selectively let people in. I don't know if that could be done. Thank you for the level, Lord Bowser. Don't resubmit. This is just for Loop the Swoop. You understand. Yeah? Yeah? We all understand. This is just for Loop the Swoop. Tell you what, Loop the Swoop, I'm gonna close it back up. You tell me if you're ready to go. If you're ready to go, you say the word and I will open it back up and you can get it in and then I will close it back up, like, immediately. Just say the word, okay? Okay? Got it. Again, Loop the Swoop, if you are listening, say the word when you are ready and I will open the queue up for you. Okay? Okay. Thank you, Lord Bowser. Next up is Colombet, who just said GG, is present. Very good. Let me go ahead and do this next level. My nose is very irritable, but I'll say this is a lot preferable. This is a lot better than the really bad allergy situation I had last weekend, where I forgot my allergy pills and then went out in the pollen air and really got a good whiff of it. Jesus. Later, Lord Bowser. See you next week. That's right. Moving up and down. All right, let's see what this is. Now it's just a little bit itchy, which is fine. That's tolerable. Oh, man. These are just like spears just jutting up. At the very least, they're predictable, so you don't have to worry too much. And now they have bullet bills they're gonna fire at us. Two. What was the clear rate for this? Fuck. Yeah. As always, same time next week, hole 9. I wonder if there's a reason why some of these have bullet bills and some of them don't. Doesn't matter. We will struggle through. No one had played that level? What, this level? So it didn't really have that much of a clear rate? Oh yeah, it's 0, 0, 0. Wow. Okay. I don't know what's regular for a level to get now, as far as like natural like traffic. Regular like level traffic. Okay, so we really need to hustle through this. We need to jump and get through faster than we can walk in water. I don't know what, like, natural traffic a level has nowadays, just from people. I honestly don't know where people find levels these days. Other than getting them sent to them through, from viewers. Which I'll say is a very convenient way to get levels. By the way, I guess fuck. Too late to ask Lord Bowser. If you are here, Lord Bowser, I was wondering, do you make with the controller? Does anyone? I really want to know if anyone makes with a touchscreen, with the touchscreen anymore, or is that just something that no one does? I tried at first, but I found that I like the controller more. You know, I got a whole stylus. You make it with only controller combat? Me too. I did get a stylus when I first got Mario Maker on the Switch. And my expectation was like, oh, I'm gonna make with this fancy stylus, and it's actually pretty good. It's a pretty good stylus. It has like a precision touch point that is supposed to feel really like a pencil would. And it does, actually. It's actually a really good stylus, but... Hang on, I can show it. It's somewhere in here. There's no way this is visible properly, but it has like a soft end here, but under the cap, it has like a end. Let me get real close on the camera. It has an end that is a big flat disc, and only the center of that disc is touch sensitive. So you can't get a lot of precision with it because you know, like, okay, the very tip, which is transparent, of this transparent circle is all that the touch is touching. So I know what the deal is. I know what I'm doing here. Fuck. Those guys really fucked me there. And while it was really good for Super Mario Brothers, hello, King Bob. The queue is closed right now, but I'll let you in, considering that I haven't seen you tonight. There you go. You can go ahead. Go ahead. Just you, though. I should have a special button that says, like, hey, new viewers only right now. New viewers only right now. Duck can save you from the bullets. Ah, that would have been nice to know. That would have been nice to know. King Bob or Loop the Swoop, you can get one in. And now is a great time, too. But otherwise, we're winding down. I am dismissing. Next, we have the level that wasn't me, by the way. This is actually Sabrina Decker's level. But she seemed to not... you know, wasn't doing the command right, so I went ahead and did it for her. Sabrina, are you here? Just confirm and you're good. Say anything, you know. This is your level. Perfect. I'm gonna close it back up. Loop the Swoop, if you want in, just say the word and I'll let you in. Let's do this. We're just gonna keep things moving. I'm gonna put you into sudden death. Sabrina, if you are here, say something and I'll have more tries, but this probably is a music level, so, you know, we'll see. Probably don't need any tries. We're gonna get DMCA'd on this. No, we're not. It's fine. Yep, that's a Thriller. I like the spooky iconic MJ. Yes. I like the spooky business there. Good theming. Michael Jackson, yes. Alright, that's Thriller, the song from Thriller. Very good music video. Probably one of the best music videos. You know, you got all the people, they're doing their spooky thing and they're going like this. It's good. It's not a dab, it's a different thing. Do the kids know about the thing that they did in Thriller where they go like, ah. I barely know about that. When was Thriller? I guess I was never a music guy. When was Thriller? Wow, 1982. Yeah, I wasn't alive at that time. No, that predates me. Time is zooming. Oh, that's again, the Twitch app is falling behind real time. That is not the last thing that was said. Whatever. Thank you for the level, Sabrina. I'm gonna go ahead and hit 1. Pull up the next level. This one was by well, it's by I submitted it on the behalf of another viewer who could not figure out the thing. That was who was that? That was what's his face? Strawhand. Strawhand, if you're here, this is actually your level. I decided to go ahead and submit it on your behalf because I'm curious, you know. I do want to play your level. I do want to play anyone's level who wants me to play theirs. It's just that preferably y'all get in queue. That's the preferred way of doing things. But I understand that figuring out a chat command is not always the most obvious thing. Hi, my Mario. Tell you what, I'm in a charitable mood, my Mario. Here, you can have one. You can have one. I haven't seen you today. I will let you get one in. Whatever. Let's do it. We're doing this level next? Yeah, this is Straw Hands level. Then we just got King Bob and you, my Mario. Stay tuned. Okay, we got through this part. Not so bad. Oh, wow, this is a nice... What's the fuck? I was hit by a spike ball while I was bouncing off spike balls. Now, what the hell? Now, that just ain't right. That's just clearly not how it's supposed to... Come on. I hit a spike ball that was on its way up while I was on my way up, and apparently that negates my spin jump. Those startled me. Checkpoint. Refreshes. I'm gonna use this because I have used the propeller in my super world. Propeller was used in my 2 too. It's a very rarely used item, I'll say. I would hesitate to say underappreciated because, let's face it, it's not as good as the squirrel suit. It's not nearly as good as the squirrel suit, but it's alright. It's a fun item. A reasonably good power-up that you don't see every day. I would say that the propeller suit is commendable. Maybe I should try to do the propeller suit in my last New You level, whatever that ends up being. What is my next level? Is it New You or is it Mario 3? If it's New You, I'll try to do propeller. If it's not, I guess, do the other one. Thank you for the level. Next up is King Bob. King Bob, you are up. You just submitted a few minutes ago, so I think you're good. I think you're good for it. Go ahead and confirm, though. I am getting this code from chat. One piece of advice, always put the dashes between your code. That makes it so that the bots can grab it properly and parse it correctly. Okay. We're in the middle of the super world. Fantastic. King Bob, please confirm. King Bob over on the YouTube side, I believe. Whew. Just 2 levels left, and then we will end. That was a nice 4-hour stream. It's about right. Their son is here. It's time to end. Just say the word, King Bob, and you'll have all the lives in the world. Well, -1. I'll have that many lives. You know, I'll be accurate here. I am the one who will have the lives. And will be able to, you know, push through with them. This is not a hard level. It is very doable. We are doing it. This jump is a little tricky, but not very tricky. And right here, towards the end, the enemies sort of stop happening for a bit. That's fine. And finally, my Mario, go ahead and confirm. My Mario may eat you. You are up, you are the last. You just submitted this a couple of minutes ago. So just say anything and you're good. Okay? Just go, you know. You know how it is. I'm tired. I'm ready for, to end. I have been thinking, need to prepare less so that we can have a nice 2 to 3 hour stream on a Friday. 4 to 5 is a little pushing it. You were just here a minute ago. I think you're good. Right before the last level, which was not very long. I'm gonna give you the lives. I feel like I've seen this one before. I've seen this one before? Oh crap, I see. Oh. No, I haven't. I would remember that jump, but I have seen the setup before, which I guess that's not surprising. Pretty common setup. Oh, you know what? That's not an indicator. You uploaded it 10 minutes ago? Gotcha. The red is a block that we'll be having to use later on. We're going through these tries really too quickly. I'm sorry. So long as we're making progress. Fucking cock! Progress. Okay, we're on our last try here. New stuff. Crap. You know how we do things, Mario may eat you. Those were good tries, and, I do think we were getting it down. But not right now. Maybe next time, I'll say. You can always resubmit another time, as usual. That's gonna do it. Folks, that's gonna do it for tonight. This has been a Mario Maker stream. Let me pull up the schedule. I will be back on Tuesday for the finale, the final stream of Skyward Sword HD. Last time we got through like all the bloat stuff, and now we just have to do the last trial, the last dungeon, and then the final boss stuff. and that whole deal. And then we'll be done with that game. 2 weeks after that, I'm going to do StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. That'll be a whole thing, and probably take about 3 streams. And I'm thinking that all that will be done probably by the time I'm moving in like early April. So that'll be fun. Those will be the 2 next things on Tuesday. After that stream, the next stream will be viewer levels. On Friday, after that, big old Banjo-Tooie stream, like 2 weeks from now. The week after next week, Sunday, big Banjo-Tooie stream, like a week and a half from now, where I try to beat it all in one go over the course of like 10, 12 hours, which should be fun. I'm hoping to put in a good effort, and I'll talk about stuff as I go, as I do, as is my way. That'll be fun. I hope y'all will join me for any of that. Yeah, let me see who's online right now for a stream. Dan's doing a stream, Dan Reichert. But I cannot raid, alas. So I will raid let's do let's see, Slow Beef. Let's do Intention Zero. Is doing Hitman. Sure, that's fine. I'm gonna send you over there, folks. That's good. Actually, hang on, let me just try. I'm gonna try one more time to do Dan. Maybe with 4 viewers I can do Dan. Let me see. No, something about it is screwy tonight. Okay, yeah, we'll do, I'll do Intention Zero. Send you over there. Folks, that's gonna do it. Like I said, I'll be back on Tuesday. Get the stop ready. I'll be back on Tuesday with Skyward Sword HD finale, the final stream of that. Last trial, last dungeon, last boss. That'll be fun. And then after that will be viewer levels on Friday. After that will be a big old Banjo-Tooie stream, which will be kind of a big event. Kind of a big event. I'll see you then on Tuesday, or on Friday, or on the Sunday after that. Y'all take it easy. Have a good one. Bye, folks.